Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome to the first stream of 2026. Coming off the heels, of course, of the most important stream of 2025 for this channel, it's always a bit of a difficult thing, what to do in that situation. I mean, there was a couple of things I said I would do afterwards, like, for example, reviewing Hillside High, and I forgot to set that up today. Because I was thinking, like, what do I actually open up with? Is there something that is potent enough? And I realized that, myself. No, I'm kidding. The reason really is we decided to do this like some time ago anyway. But I also thought, oh, I've cast a bunch of criticism on other people, especially leading up to again the end of last year. So why not start this off with doing the same thing for myself? I say myself because, of course, the idea of doing 12 Aphmau songs, one for each month of the year, was not mine. The person behind both the music videos and the concept in general is also with me today. So welcome our usual guest, Aidan the Best.
Hello, yes, we got Aphmau songs. I'm so excited because we have another song that's about Lumi and Rose, quote unquote. Her mother didn't get a name, so Rose in quotation marks. We don't have a name for her.
As alluded to in the description, there were several ideas that we had over the course of a few months, but then a few of them were scrapped for reasons. Maybe like one of them we decided to save for like a different character, or there was like one specific idea, but we did like a song by the same artist already. And then there was the one for Lumi, which wouldn't have been recorded in time, and we decided to use something else instead for that particular month.
Yes.
But we will get to all of those things, because, let me see.
Hi.
It's fine. I just didn't set this up. Okay, so, because I'm not used to doing
We're starting with the Kim song?
No, we're not. I just didn't. I was starting with the tier list itself. I'm just not used to share screen as a format. So yeah, there we go. So we have them all aligned. We are starting in order. So we'll be going through. I've got one image for my rankings, one for Aidan's rankings, and we're going to I guess like talk about all of these different things.
Wow.
As an S tier, I'm on subbing. Well, said from one of my 0.1% top viewers. So gotta listen to that.
Oh, Bati's here. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Jacob, you need to ask her that thing we talked about earlier. I'm not gonna say it on stream. You need to ask her.
Then in that case, why bring it up? Because it doesn't matter that she's here if you're not going to say what is on stream.
Oh. Jacob wants you to make a thumbnail for remake of the Mutant Girl episode 8.
Yeah,
What?
since the call for voice actors, for those who don't know, for the call for voice actors and, in general, that we're starting production on the remakes happens on January 1st every year, so I made that call today. So amongst other things, of course, we need to prepare a thumbnail for, when the time comes. So yeah.
Hey, Emily, you could always make the thumbnail for Pop POV if you want. Pop POV.
I'm not
thumbnail.
Sure was Emily particularly concerned about that idea? Are we gonna play the songs? No. Yes, we're gonna play the songs. So we're gonna yeah. So I have as many lined up as StreamYard would allow, which is 10 out of the 12. So yes, unlike the Jacobs, I actually have the videos aligned to some extent. So yes, we're gonna go in order, and we're going to obviously talk about them in general. I forgot to add the playlist to the description, but if you're watching the VOD of this, then you can check out any of these, because obviously they're on the channel anyway. They're in Songs of 2025. That's the playlist, because that's all I made this year in terms of musical content, because my goodness, it took a lot out of me. But yeah. So if anyone wants to check those out without our commentary over them or in between them, since we get a lot of complaints about that on the Butter Bunch, then they are able to do so at their convenience. As for right now, let's go ahead and actually start with the first one out of this list.
Sing the song.
Yep. So this one in particular, this was I mean, I wanted a song about Vlad and Ferocious anyway because obviously his journey is quite underrated to begin with. Not to mention also that a certain other Romave song has done beyond any expectations. But either way, this just happened to be around the time that I was listening to a few like James Marriott tracks, including Grapes, which is the song in question, and it just so happened that, hey, Grapes has an instrumental. I wasn't sure at first because with James Marriott songs, because he's not as mainstream as some of these other examples, I wasn't so sure. But yeah, it actually it worked out, and we took a song that's very metaphorical and made it somewhat direct, but also still sentimental. So let's go ahead and check it out.
These visuals weren't edited by me, I don't think.
Oh.
Were they? I don't know, maybe they were edited by me. I don't know, it's been months. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm fairly certain you did all of them.
10 years since we last met.
Oh, and I actually sung this one.
Four of us would just forget.
Yes. It said vocals Aidan DeBest at the beginning. Yes, you did sing this one. Yeah, here's the thing. I'm very familiar with this song. Aidan wasn't. That was that was one of the things in question. And there is like a part later that I had to say structurally this is the best way to record this particular one. But yeah, we'll get to that.
But more or less, I still remember you wearing your red dress. How sweet.
The amount of takes I did for this song.
Yeah, no, that line particularly, for some reason you like to emphasize red dress a lot. It was like, I still remember you wearing your red dress.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey, I like the color red. It's not my favorite color because blue's obviously my favorite color, but red's a nice color.
Yes, I suppose it is. Okay. The red dress because it's important. I mean,
well, technically it is important because in the context of Phoenix Drop High season 1, but yeah, technically.
It was important to note the dress was red for the syllables of the song. That's really what it boiled down to. If the line had been, if there'd been the one syllable few, I would have just been like, your dress, but that wouldn't have worked. Yeah. One thing that happens quite a lot when when improvising parodies is that people will try to slide note things.
Hey W, that's a blue dress, not a red dress. Get it right.
I mean, what color is the dress? Of course, is it in fact white and gold, or is it blue and black? Who is to say?
God, I forgot Aphmau included that in Phoenix Drop Days, even though that takes place in 2001. So I'm like, that wasn't a thing at that time period. What are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. I think that meme is actually 10 years old this year now. I think that was 2016 when that happened. Yeah. Happy birthday to the dress, I guess. 10 years since we last referenced you.
The past is pretty glad that I came here from Ocassis.
I like that line.
Announced I'm on my own. You let me in your group, so I'm not alone.
And this is proof that you can in fact use a single player either the footage in a music video and have it make sense because it's part of the story.
I may have been forced to fence, but I could prove my skill.
Yeah, there was no footage of him fencing, just dialogue, so that wouldn't have worked, so that's why this is here.
I fear moments become intense, but they will.
Yeah.
I'm stuck inside a pit again. I won't bother my family, but I need a friend. My sense of self has sunk into the pits inside the nether. Did nobody ever say roommates are better when together?
Yeah, that part particularly. Oh, this is my accompanying the transition. Yeah, I agree, it was smooth. That part there, my sense of self has sunk into the pits inside the nether. That specifically, that is from the original song. I didn't just that is how it's written. It did end up I guess becoming a bit of a difficulty because when not even because I've suggested that that part be recorded separately because when I record songs normally I have a main take that I do. Well, I several like main takes. I have like a main version, like of the main vocals, and anything I decree as like backing vocals or a second like accompanying take, I do separately. That of course works again when you know the song well enough and when you know like the timings of everything, because otherwise you need something there directly before you. Case in point, a lot of time I think there was yeah, some of the takes were ones where Aidan would do like that part. There's like, I won't bother my family, but I need a friend. My sense of self is sunken to... Yeah, and then would have to wait, basically. Yeah, which meant that instead of that being...
The roommates are better when together.
Well, another thing is there was no the remave, so there were some parts where, like, you know, there was just a couple of words that got auto-filled. But yeah, the remaves part ended up being, like, the more difficult part because it has that pause, because he'd already recorded, like, the sense of self one, because it overlaps. So you can't do all those together. It doesn't work. Even actually when James Merritt performs the song Grapes live, he actually also does this. Because the line is usually like, you know, did nobody ever tell you grapes are better in September? And then instead of like that is, you know, let it be forever. Nobody ever tell me grapes are... Yeah, so he has to do that to compensate. The other, I guess for a live performance, the other solution would actually have been to have the audience sing the backing vocals. If this song ever got performed live for whatever reason, that's what I would suggest doing. So yeah, who knows? Hey, I've done live performances of songs I've written in the past. So if it ever happens again and this one comes up,
when I one day make my way to the UK, live performance.
That is true. Yeah.
I want to go to
the UK.
that
part. I'll be your backing vocals.
I want to go to the UK for a trip. It'll be fun.
I know a good place to perform a very low key gig. This is where most of people in my in my department spent time in university. So yeah, live carbon cycles. The one where I had to stop the performance so that my dad would time the song correctly.
Dang.
Yeah, not my finest moment, but you know. That song was like that was requested as well. That was like the big like finale because someone actually wanted to bring it back.
Carbon cycle.
Yeah, which incidentally just goes to show we're talking about like songs for this year, like not like all Aphmau ones. And, you know, as far as relevancy goes, you know, the Carbon Cycle was written for like revision in science class, and 3 years afterwards, someone asked me to perform it again live. So you never know what people are going to grasp onto. All right, continuing with this.
They seem to have it figured out. I'm left behind still wondering what life's about. I hope that my confusion will not stay with me forever.
Stim issue here, yeah.
Say roommates are better when together. And now I'm back, need a place to stay.
Here the notes changed at the beginning, but, you know, you picked on that.
I need some time, then I'll get by. Oh wait, who's on the phone? Mother, please don't cry. I promise you, I am not lying. Aidan and Aphmau are totally a thing. When giving her the news, things did not go great. We better clear this up before it's too late.
I love that it's Caitlin, you know, saying another lie. That was, the better clear this up, yeah. That was the too late thing.
While this neighborhood makes no sense, every day here is a thrill. Didn't wanna feed the pretense, but I will. I got many things to sort before I find my place.
It's my favorite part of the song lyrically.
Support, but I really just need some space, as if hiding inside a fort, till I can go at my own pace. What achievements can I report these days? For somewhere new, be it France or somewhere else.
Another part that overlaps, but this one was better executed.
Someday I'll get a clue. There are many things I still want to see and do. I feel stuck inside this pit again. I won't bother my family, but I need a friend. My sense of self has sunk into the pits inside the nether. Did nobody ever say roommates are better when together? They seem to have it figured out. I'm left behind still wondering what life's about. I hope that my confusion will not stay with me forever. Did nobody ever say roommates are better when together? I left for somewhere new, be it France or somewhere else.
He's not on that plane, but it doesn't count.
Yeah, we don't have
It's
any
symbolic.
A clue. There are many things I want to see and do.
Okay, so
There we go.
I will say, I don't know. I'm kind of mixed on Vlad's storyline, just on the basis in my street, on the basis that it feels like we have a starting point and a slight expansion on it in season 1, and then that storyline just kind of falls off a cliff for the rest of the show. I don't
That's
know.
true, yeah.
I mean, like, it would work a lot better if we actually had it expanded upon. Like, I would say, like, imagine Zane's befriending Aphmau and stuff beyond, like, season, like, he didn't join season 2 and he just kind of dropped off a cliff as a character from that point on and just never came back, really, or just was barely referenced.
This is one of the reasons we were, planning to do a Vlad spin-off, yes.
Yeah, it's just like one of those things
Precisely that way, yeah.
where I just think Vlad as a character needed at least another season to at least maybe give him a career, or like have, like, I don't know, maybe appear in Level Up Paradise for like an episode or two where like he ends up starting to work for the resort or something, at least giving him a quote unquote life direction or something,
Actually, yeah, working for the resort would make a lot of sense.
That would at least give him something, or maybe he let.
I wouldn't have said like life direction if he tried like multiple things. You know how Zane has like multiple jobs.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be something that he would do, but just for different reasons. Zane does it because he wants power, but Vlad wants it because he wants direction. Yeah,
like,
two
I
sides
don't
of this,
know. I mean, giving Vlad a direction at least, even if it was just for an episode, being like, this is where his character is technically going, or at least him establishing something, being like, okay,
yeah,
I'd be satisfied.
That
with
is.
that.
Yeah, that is true. I'm not saying that it doesn't work the way that it does, but yeah, it would be nice to see something else. And if we end up being the ones to explore that rather than the original creators, then so be it.
Yeah.
However, I do also see the value in somebody coming in expressing that they have an issue that they want to solve by themselves. Considering that Aphmau is usually the person that gets like roped into everything.
Yeah.
And Vlad was already hesitant to, ask her to stay over, especially on such short notice. The fact that he doesn't ask like beyond that point, or like, wants to like leaves and pursues something else and directly tries to like avoid even like, mentioning to his family that he's there. There is some value in the idea that because Aphmau was not involved in the rest of that stuff, that Vlad worked it out on his own, or perhaps is still working it out. We don't know, but that's ultimately, his decision to make. That's why, like, lyrically, I like the part where, say, like, they would offer me their support, but I really just need some space. That was, honestly, like, having now, reached the age that Vlad was in those episodes, like, I can see the value of someone representing the idea, of a person who doesn't have, like, like, everything figured out, even if they, like, possibly might have done so, because, like, Vlad was, like, an overachiever at school. But once like all those like barriers are like there, what else? Where do you go from that point? And because you've excelled so much before that point, you don't want to rely on people, even if there's no shame in doing so. And I really get that now, because essentially the same things that they've happened to me to different degrees. So that's also another thing. How to write away from like Vlad's story from given that I've not figured out the solution in real life. But hey, who knows?
Yeah, but I don't know. It just feels kind of unsatisfying for Vlad as a character to at least not give him something more, at least a direction as a character. Like even if it's just like he off screen he found a direction and Aphmau and crew runs into him and he's like, here's the direction that my life I'm choosing to take it in. That that he figured out on his own, that would still work for his character arc, but it'd just be like, something that happened off screen that the characters kind of catch up on. Kind of like how Lawrence was gone from season 2 and it was explained.
Yeah.
And
something that I'm thinking about, because like for a while people would ask me sometimes like who my favorite character from My Street actually is, and I wouldn't have an answer because Neko hadn't appeared in the series yet. but yeah, it was like difficult to say because I enjoyed them all to a very similar degree, except Sylvana. So it was hard to say, and yeah, and people like talk about like how like relatable the characters were to them specifically and everything. And to be honest, like there's like different aspects that have happened, like in the again now 10 years since joining the Aphmau fandom in general, and almost 11 since since learning of the content or watching anything in the first place, that yeah, like certain elements of certain other characters have appeared to be relatable just in different areas, which is kind of interesting because like normally people will be like, ah yes, I relate to this particular character. The term Kinney was brought to my attention thanks to Quadzy actually a few years back, and yeah, it's like, I mean, I still don't think I have that in my street overall, especially because Vlad doesn't be like for that long. But, it's interesting, like, seeing those moments from different people that you can think of like, in your own life, which is how people interact in the real world as well. If people have things in common, things are not in common. So I guess from stories, we can take away somewhat of the same thing.
Also, wait, I just
just
thought
an
about
interesting, different
something.
approach.
I suggested bringing Vlad back as like someone working at the resort for season 2 of Phoenix Drop High, not Phoenix Drop High. What's it called? Level of Paradise, right?
You did mention that just now, yes.
Guy's voice actor. I'm pretty sure Guy's voice actor and Vlad's voice actor are the same.
That's true. Yeah,
So
I don't know the name, but yes.
They had the voice actor on standby that whole season, so they probably could have brought back Vlad Relavies because it's not like a Gene situation where the voice actor, they had to bring in the voice actor from, into the season. It's like the voice actor's already there in the throughout the season.
Yep, I suppose that is also a thing. Yes. There you go. That's a mix for magic max to the words. I've done that. I've done the exact same thing before, actually. That's another thing. Okay. Switching gears entirely from relatable characters, here's one that I don't necessarily... Well, actually, you know what? No, even then I still relate to this character a little bit, as far as like guiding force goes.
Oh,
that's a good point, yes.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not used to shared screens. I keep doing that. Okay. Let's remove that from studio. Yeah. Okay, here we go. All right, so rankings. Okay.
Okay, you want to go first or you want me to go first?
I don't know, actually.
I guess I'll go first. I would give it a medium B. I wouldn't say it's like a high B, it's like a middle of the road B. I like it, but it's not my favorite song of the year. And like it's not part of A because there are like some later songs in here, like near the middle-ish that I would slightly past the middle-ish that would be like no, this is A or S. There is one is S, that's very early on in the list. There is one S that's very early on in the list, but we'll get to that in a bit.
Oh. Yeah. All right. So for you to be, I think I might possibly go the same because again, lyrically it was one of those that's really fun for me to write, and also the choice of song in general being like a James Merritt one. I wanted to do like a James Merritt parody all the way back since like idiot covers were a thing, because I proposed one for them as a form of a collaboration, but they never took me up on it. So that idea in general kind of like lost its luster for a bit, and then I realized like, oh yeah, here's another song that I found like more recently, and yeah, let's give it a go. And yeah, it's one of those like I feel like I don't know, it's one of those that came together quite nicely. Again, probably fairly middle of the road now, but I will say this, I've put on the songs of 2025. I have jammed out to a lot of these, like, in the car going to and from rehearsals, and this one particularly always makes me want to sing along to it. So if anything, yeah, there you go, somewhat of an unofficial duet. So yeah, for that reason, I think, yeah, I've got to go with B tier as well. Okay then.
Oh god, look, Wolf, you're a Wolfen at the end of the list. Look at Wolf. And things can happen now. Oh well.
Yeah, speaking of Wolf, though, that's exactly where we're headed to next. So yeah, this one is another one that I have had planned in my head for years. Not only planned like the whole thing, but the idea itself. Because this one,
be your plush.
yes, because because like before I had YouTube Premium, this was one of the last videos I got as like an ad, I think, from back in the day, and obviously it's one that people like repeated quite significantly because I mean, you know, it is catchy as sin, so of course it's going to be that like that. So, so yeah, like this is one. It's like honestly, like the way to like get me to think of like a song, even whether it's, you know, an improvised one like on streams or, you know, written one, if I like have an idea like in my head of like how to convert something into something like, or like what like angle I want to take, like if I think of a rhyme particularly like crush to plush, then, you know, I can go from there pretty significantly. That's probably why for some of the songs that you've like sent that I haven't like clicked with is because I can't associate them in my mind with like something for a title specifically. I think that's probably like the secret secret spice, so to speak. Yeah, the secret sauce. Yeah. Oh, it was looking for ballet pops. Yeah, lurking as you're working. That's another rhyme right there. Okay then. Good luck with that. Let's go ahead and see what that plan turned out like in the first place.
I commit myself to giving you love.
God, sounds like Fred when you sing in this voice.
Yeah, I mean, they probably, honestly, they probably come from like a very similar place.
It's giving Fred. I love Fred, but it's giving Fred.
Yeah, originally I tried it in the high voice, but and for like actual plush, but it peaked the microphone so much that it was just unusable. So these are, believe it or not, like, you know, like, I mean, give or take my own vocal proficiency, the same notes as the actual song. They just don't sound like that because of the way that they're sung.
You think I only tease and do it for kicks? But I'm a better guy than all of your clicks. And I'm not trying to play the fool.
That part was my favorite. I think I might have either suggested that or like edited that part specifically, unlike the rest of the video, just because one of the like big things in the original Tessa Violet song is I think it's like called like the boomerang effect of the filming, where she like goes like back and forth basically, and it like rewinds and like, you know, because like her hair like, you know, poofing out and everything. That's one of the big things, and that was like the closest we could actually do there, because like it's a very rapid effect as well. Oh my goodness. This before Fred became a bard as well.
It's psychological, I helped you in class. Yeah, with me by your side, you are sure to pass. This lash has taken me away from this place. But do not worry, Aaron is on the case. And I'm not trying to
there it is again. That was just in the video. That shaking was in there. In the original. Here we go. Favorite part here.
Don't question the flush wedding.
Don't question the logic, yeah.
Accidentally taken away. This loyal pup suddenly became a stray.
Again, I love that line of like pup and a stray.
Then found my way back home to be with my girl. And I'm not trying to play the fool now. But there's one thing I made her do now. And that's to be there to help you now, I could be a flashlight.
Not that time. I checked.
I could be a flash. Need an explanation, some justification. As to why I'm sentient and have the glass.
Imagine performing this live.
I could be a flash. I just wish I could have met you in the sad times. Think it's been ages, but I don't recall the last time.
Last time.
Oh, it is true that you have been through many bad times. And I just wish I could have met you in the sad times. Think it's been ages, but I don't recall the last time. The last time. It's been years, girl. And I'm not trying to play the fool now.
I see the comparison for sure.
Well,
Yeah.
there's one thing I'm gonna do. And that's to be to tell you now, I could be a flashlight, I got up the march light. All that I could really do is be a friend and something that you trust, like trust. I could be a flash. Need an explanation, some justification as to why I'm sentient and have the passion for my preparation. Trust. I could be a flash.
The one time the microphone peaked there.
Okay. Ranking.
Previous parody, which doesn't show up there because it's, outro stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Ranking. Yay. Oh wait, you can throw in the other two videos now too. You can put them in the back.
I can, yes. Yeah, I'll do that in the background, yeah.
Okay, so after re-listening to that, it's been a while. I am putting at low A. We're getting it out of low.
All right. Yeah, we don't really... Yeah, there's not been a high or low, but yeah, okay, that works.
Well, when we get more stuff in there, you're obviously going to put stuff in front of it or behind it, depending on, it's like...
Oh, jeez. Sorry.
Oh, God.
Okay, I'm gonna save the other ones for later, because I didn't realize I was gonna just put them in there. Yeah, okay. People are saying A tier as well, yes.
I say low A. There's stuff that are probably going to be slightly higher than A, but it's like low A.
Okay. Again, there's not really a distinction. So once again, I'm gonna agree with you. Honestly, vocally, I wish that the high voice had worked out because I did try it. But yeah, again,
that was a funny song, and that was just a joy.
Yes, but and also again from writing it, I think it really came together, especially the chorus. I love the chorus so much. So yeah, the glass of perspiration, because I mean, honestly, there are a number of songs in here where I use the chance to point out specific things that people probably should have questioned, yes, about what's going on here. And I did use part of the glands for perspiration. I did use that as reference in the origin of the plush theory. Or at least discuss them. I'm not sure what conclusion I came to, because it's been even longer since that video was made. So yeah, who's to say? I'm gonna rank my own Aphmau theories. They're going to be very all over the place. But for now, it seems like we're pretty equal in terms of what we think of these at the very least.
Here's the thing with about the sweat glands. I mean, do they make much sense logically? No, but I think they're there just to show nervousness or expression on the plush. If that makes any sense. It doesn't make sense logically, no. But it's how having a vampire blush. Actually, a vampire could theoretically blush. It's like
this was a question raised in Blade, actually.
Let's say Princess Bubblegum in Adventure Time having her blush. Does that make much sense?
I think I'm sure that you mean Marceline, right?
No, Princess Bubblegum. She blushes.
Oh, sorry, because you mentioned vampires. I thought you were still on that. Okay, never mind.
No.
So Princess Bubblegum. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, having her blush. Does it make much sense logically? No. But
she has no blood flow.
Is it a way to express her being flustered, embarrassed, or attracted? Yes.
Yeah.
Does it
the
make
thing with
sense
Princess
logically,
Bubblegum is that you have
to express that.
Yeah. The thing with Princess Bubblegum is that you have other means of expression and poses in order to actually account for that. However, with the plush, you don't, because it is immobile, even by Minecraft standards. Because Aphmau did complain about this in terms of making Maestro overall, is that you have to portray all emotion through voice, with exception, of course, of the look occasionally. Yes, and similar moments. Nowadays, that's something they really focus on in terms of making other different expressions, and occasionally we're going to revert back into them, but that's another topic. especially for a character that can't even move or express themselves normally. I think that's the reason why the camera was also like so so like sporadic. Yes, around the plush. Partly it was to emphasize that, and yes, that did inspire Mrs. Dysart in Early Mutant Girl. But also and it also helped with the song, because again, as far as like boomerang effect, inspiration, everything, this really all came together. So yeah, definitely A tier from my perspective. So I guess we're going in a bit of an ascent here. Sure, hope it continues that way. Here's song number 3. This one I was worried about because it has so many long like moments of instrumental, and this is the first one that I didn't do a voice for. I wanted to try my best Billy Idol impression, and it failed, but still.
At camp I made a fine witch with a hair like roaring flames. I felt in every silence that my mind was playing games.
Singing the high notes of this as Ivan would have been detrimental.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see in this. You'll hear in a second.
I love the fact that I use these clips for the animation, because the animation here really do show the magic that's actually supposed to be happening.
Yeah. There it is.
I love this song.
I've told this story before. But like what I because we had a bit of time like extra while I was teaching in Salvatierra, but I played this at the end of a class, and bear in mind this is the same like students that like will. Most of them will like try to like avoid using English, even if some of them like were quite good, depending on which ones, they all would prefer to stick to Spanish in most occasions. This is the time where they were trying to sing along with a song they never heard in their life, and with lyrics that they were just seeing for the first time, and it was chaos, it was a disaster, but they were having the time of their lives, and the bell actually rang, but they didn't want to leave, so we had to. So it's the end of the day, we had to be. Some of you have a bus to catch, right? You've got to go.
She's not a fan of Navy, that's the first thing you must know. If you dare to take it from me, just skip ahead on any show.
Yeah, that was a reference to the fact that the original reason that Lucinda broke up with Ivan, was because he watched ahead on The Walking Dead. It wasn't because he cheated on her just yet. That came later.
Yeah, that was stated in season 3. That was stated in season 3 onwards. It's like, no, that's why we broke up, because you cheated on me multiple times. It's like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, I guess Aphmau thought, hey, let's give Lucinda, like actual baggage rather than just making her incredibly petty.
Yeah, that's a really petty reason.
In character, but petty.
Couldn't say, babe.
What possessed me to break the main cafe?
Because!
I was not expecting that.
What? It's such a good note.
Yeah, if you hear like the Billy Idol song, he actually does like a bunch of gravel to it. And I'm like, how do you without destroying your voice? I'm not going to try it. Yeah, I'll keep it like this.
Fred sings this song.
Honestly, even Fred is less gravelly than Billy Idol sometimes.
Dang.
Only in the chorus, though. In this part, he sang like this.
Well, I mean regularly at the main cafe. How long that you'll hear what I have to say.
And now the bane of my existence for copyright reasons.
Hey!
A long instrumental! Bravo, great!
Yay! We love
The drawback to 80s songs. There's more songs probably should be like this and have long instrumentals in general, but the fact that modern songs don't is a blessing for me for parody purposes.
Yeah.
But in general, I do enjoy when they do this. A lot of extended intros are also like that, yeah. We love God. Yeah. I don't even try and monetize this video. There's no point.
I called your shot
Shop
to
to talk, babe.
That's what they did.
exchange some words with you.
With you.
I aim to show I've changed.
I think I did that while I was recording, I did that.
That's what I tried to do.
Said you.
Yeah. So actually, in the original lyrics, this part was like all these things you say, like something something with you, something something with you, and I mean, you know me. If there's a minute to do the original song, I'm gonna like, no, there needs to be more rhymes here. All right, let's do something else. Yep.
I'll wage my
My
spooks
spooks.
for
For you, babe.
Yeah.
Just so I get to stay. I beg that we could make a babe.
I should hit this so.
You're gonna back with me! Because!
Oh, there's the rolling R. Rebel spell, yeah.
Mama!
How many times have you listened to this?
A lot of them. Anyway.
I think I know why the Aphmau songs get so many more views. It's just you rewinding them.
Okay. Tier list. Man, I wonder where I'm gonna place this. I wonder. It's a mystery, guys. No one will know. No one will guess. IS tier.
Yes, it's we clearly did not set this up. I mean, I was thinking like, are we hyping this up too much? Because
No.
it's the setup there. But I mean, from everyone else's like enjoyment of the song in general, like the audience reception, even if this one wasn't like the highest performing ones, everyone who has heard it multiple times, and even the people who are watching this for the first time. So it didn't seem to be a one-off. And yeah, honestly, I have more plans for like other like 80s songs. I was telling Aidan about one today for Code Lyoko actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's a reason a lot of those songs have survived, or are still getting so many like views on YouTube and everything. So it was definitely a great source of inspiration. Being like, okay, there's as much as we do things with like either like pop songs or songs from the internet, particularly, or ones from like the last few years. Sometimes you gotta go with the classics. I was like, so yeah.
I mean, we sung a cover of a song that's 80 styles for Prism recently. That's 80 style. It wasn't from the 80s, but it's 80 styled.
Yes, yeah, that is also true. Yeah, and even then, like recapturing that essence is always is a skill in of itself.
But
yeah.
No,
So
this song is so S tier for me. I love this song.
Yeah, I once again I'm gonna have to agree again because I keep doing the same thing.
Mama lady.
I'm gonna say this S tier. Yeah, I'm glad they didn't decide to do the voice because I thought like it definitely flows like way better like this time, because sometimes they're singing the voice makes a lot of sense, other times it doesn't. But yeah, as far as the lyrics go, again, probably more like on like the the average side lyrically for me at least, except for like a couple of places here and there. Like the end part, like the last bridge, that one particularly. But yeah, I mean, it's got a lot to draw from anyway, so it wasn't like it was a huge like struggle or anything. It wasn't like trying to like scrounge for things to say, and so yeah, all of that it came together, and I guess Bond's mission is done. Although speaking of doing the voice for certain songs, that's right, it's Reese next.
Is it still on? Oh, wonderful. Here I go then. I was pleased to meet her, delivering her
Bring her
pizza.
pizza.
She hoped I would.
Oh, goes Kitty. Joined just now, wow.
She fed me her cookies, panicked at what she'd done. Her roommate told me she was crazy and told me I should run. I say I leave
Legendary clip there, yeah.
Apprehensions, I'm just like you
From another dimension.
I take pride in what I'm delivering. Nothing regal, but it's a living. Hey ho, here I go. Nothing is ever too hot.
Love I sing hey ho as him.
My keep is very low, and a prince that's made of candy. Hey ho, here I go. Here in the clouds, and over with my throat, gonna pick a name, have a form backstroke. I'm a prince that's made of candy.
I sort of lost it in the middle there a little bit. All the syllables are there, but I get tongue-tied.
Sing a song with sixpence, given to their persistence.
Okay, sing a song with sixpence I have to talk about.
I
don't know how many people
that
have like.
meant. I did not know what does that even mean?
Well, I mean, well, see, the original lyric there is "Ring a ring of roses" or something to that effect, "Ring around of roses" or whatever it might be. And that's going to the next bit. So it was difficult to choose like what to actually put there, but I mean, obviously that is from a nursery rhyme. So pick a different nursery rhyme. Sing a song with sixpence, a pocket full of rye, 4 and 20 blackbirds baked in a pie. You know, it has the same syllables, so go ahead and put it in there. Makes about as much sense as the original.
She blurts out, I hot, then I feel I'm forgotten.
I say I feel I'm forgotten because she doesn't come back to take his order. And I don't know if Michi even goes out.
Yeah.
She just kind of like bails and leaves to get him a Christmas present. How about getting him his order next time, Kawaii-chan?
Gave me kisses, thus I passed her my sickness. Later I took some interest in joining the audition. Say alleviate your apprehensions. I'm just like you from another dimension. Friend dated her at the Palace of Play, and on occasion she'll still think of me to this day. So I say, hey, ho, here I go. Nothing is ever too hot, I'm never too slow. The profile I keep is very.
This one the students couldn't keep up with.
Hey, ho, here I go.
Now then with my bro, gonna pick a name, have a form backstroke, I'm a prince that's made of candy.
Yeah. I should point out the original song is called Candy, so
Yeah.
it was always the obvious choice.
I say,
Oh no, you're still formal.
alleviate your apprehensions. I'm
Yeah, same issue there, like alleviate, liberate, trying to like replicate what the original had. Oh, replicate would have also worked anyway.
just like you from another dimension. Friend dated her at the Palace of Play.
Instead, the Palace of Play was a reference to the arcade, but that didn't like come across, so we didn't get that in
And
there.
on
Yeah.
occasion, she'll still think of me to this day. 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 Still
These are all
think of
different
me
takes. I
to
was worried
this
I was gonna like
day.
trail off, but it
Still
never
think of
happened.
me to this day. Still
Or lose it.
think of me to this day. Hey ho, here I go. Nothing is ever too hot. I'm never too slow. The profile I keep is very low. I'm a prince that's made of candy. Hey ho, here I go. Here with the cloud and with my flow. Gonna pick a name, have a form backstroke, and a prince that's made of candy. Hey ho, here I go. Nothing is ever too hot. I'm never too slow. The profile I keep is very low. I'm a prince that's made of candy. Hey ho, here I go. Here with the cloud
that.
and with my flow. Gonna pick a name, have a form backstroke, I'm a prince that's made of candy. That was rather fun, actually.
A little bit like what he said in the
Okay.
fan fiction theory ones. Yeah.
The ranking now. F tier. I'm kidding. That's a joke.
There
No,
is no
I-
F tier.
I would.
Only because
I would,
the website doesn't allow one, but yeah.
I would put it on B tier, but below Zad. Vlad.
Vlad, yes.
Like
Okay, so for the sake of these, let's say that anything like ranked towards like the left is ranked higher, and the other stuff the hell is lower. We'll say
Yeah.
that.
That's normally how.
Because there's no other way of.
That's normally how people do these ranking lists. Yeah, but I would put it like under the Vlad song. It's good. I enjoy it, but also, yeah, I would put it under Vlad. Or at least
Mhm. Yeah, and I ain't doing this again, but I'm also gonna put it in B tier because it all came together. I like the voice. Obviously doing the Reese's voice is quite easy for me. I practiced it a number of times for other characters, but ultimately, like there's like a couple of them, the chorus that trail off because I got like tongue tied. I never fixed them. A couple of these on the music video as well in terms of like the Palace of Play not being shown. And I guess it's ultimate overall, because like with Reese, there's so much footage you can draw from it anyway, because he doesn't appear that much. So some of the things are, even references to him, like, the Think of Me to This Day, that is a thing that happens, but, it's quite sparing. The only other time would have been like, even that was mentioned, like the Akon 2017, when they go back there and, Qui-Chan references him there again. But yeah, so yeah, it's one of the things that's like, yes, it's good, but not as good as the others. So we'll put it there for now. All right.
Now we're on to the Phoenix Drop Hot music video.
It's the most interesting items in Mod World, and that's also weird to see them return in my streets. I need to watch Mod World. I watched one episode of it. I keep thinking like I'm gonna do it, and I never actually do. You know what? Mini New Year resolution: watch Mod World. Mini resolution.
I haven't seen it in years.
I haven't seen the one episode in years either, so I'll be starting from the beginning for sure. Oh well. Well, speaking of starting new things, it seems that Aphmau has, as of recently, started a new tradition, and it's one that I said we had like ideas that we like scrapped over time, or like we're going to do like different things. I don't remember what we were going to do for the month of May, but we had like an idea in mind, and I without telling Aidan, sent him the audio of this song already completed because the idea came in like so fully formed that I made it. I distributed the different parts after like just watching the episode, and worked out all of the harmonies, recorded them, and then afterwards we're like, yep, okay, here we go. I'll send this off. It's in the, we have a Google Doc with all the lyrics, so he knows what it's drawing from, and it was only, of course, made out of one singular video, and people have called it the crossover that they never expected, but it exists now, and boy does it exist. Let's have a listen.
I will say editing this video was a tad confusing because like there's so many voices thrown into it where I'm like I had a hard time distinguishing some of the voices that you did between the characters. I'm like, oh god, wait.
I thought I split up the voices in the lyrics.
I think you technically did, but it was kind of confusing editing wise because I normally just kind of edit based off audio.
I see. Okay,
also,
then.
This video is very painful to watch because I already watched this video beforehand, but I had to pretty much rewatch it a whole time and go through it bit by bit to edit the video. I'm like, oh god, I don't like this video. I have to watch it all over again in a methodical, slow way to get through it.
Yeah, this is the thing about Aphmau movies is that is that I tend to enjoy them significantly more than Aidan does, and by that I mean any amount usually. Yeah. I do criticize it in this one. Again, I do give it a hard time, honestly, quite frequently actually. But of course we will get to that. For now, let's go ahead and start from the beginning of the video and also the song. So here we are.
Saw what happened to Blaze. They're been through a darker place, but we sure haven't had him. Hi, Mr. Gavin. Secure the building. No one leaves. Should we all run and hide? Is it safer to stay inside without drawing a curtain?
There it is. I think I edited that like arrow in there. Oh, yeah. Also I edited the lyrics this time because I didn't try and do the way I do like those like other lyrics was through was through a program called Gling AI, which like auto captions things and also like allows you to, you know, it syncs up from whenever you say things. So it's like way easier to, you know, capture something in that way. Otherwise it would take, you know, a bajillion years. But I didn't do that for this one because again, it would have I had to like so many different like takes of the same thing. Because actually how I got that to work, because particularly for my like from even when singing, it's difficult for it to capture what you're saying anyway. So what I actually did was for all of those songs thus far, I actually recorded a version of me speaking all of the words, you know, and then and going from there, you know, did nobody ever say romances are better when together? You know, like that kind of thing, you know, or just emphasizing everything, you know, trust, 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 trust. I can be your plush, 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 plush. It was ridiculous, but like, you know, quite funny behind the scenes, honestly. But yeah, with this one, there was either it was already the end of the month anyway. There was not much time, and it was just like, yeah, I'm gonna color code these as well because I know who's singing at each point. So yeah, all right.
Well, we honored the sun and we saw the light. Now what are we supposed to do? Cause the number of people alive has dropped to a few. The number alive has dropped to a few.
As we call the cost, but it makes more sense to tell someone out of town. Vote down, 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 down.
When will all this madness stop?
Someone's going mad in the Phoenix mantle. Everyone has entered a Phoenix scramble. Now we've all been trapped in a prison we cannot vacate. What a fate! We could end up either dead or hurting. Suddenly this evening's disconcerting.
Yeah, so I'll say also another thing is that not only did I like specify like who was singing what for my own sake actually, but also I color coded the lyrics, which I almost never do. And I had like different characters singing for like, you know, in red and in blue, because since of course this song was originally written for a musical, naturally, in case someone doesn't know, this is from Nerdy Prudes Must Die. Of course everyone was like singing live. They all had different parts. The characters like came on and sang like different parts to each other, and when they came in the chorus, they came in doing different things. So I had to decide which characters would be singing what in like which part of the chorus. And for me, the easiest way in the time frame was split them up in two, and you know, have them do the do all of the parts like our, you know, ensemble moments separately. In case they end up overlapping, which they sometimes did. So yeah, and also so you wouldn't have like 10 people singing like or 10 recordings of me singing all at once, because that would have been ridiculous.
The werewolf was just subdued, something one of his kind could do, so it's gotta be Ian.
Yeah, it's gotta be Ian. Dan? EO?
God,
Yeah.
Ian
The Dan part. If you've seen the original Aprils Must Die, you know why I'm like Dan. But yeah, the blood looks like Kool-Aid. Yeah, a little bit, probably for, you know, you can understand that.
Sasha walked round unseen, those willing to join our team, all those who would be
So what?
We know
You know she hates
We
people.
certainly don't hate people.
God wasn't seen for a long, long time, and then appeared in a bathroom stall.
I was hiding.
Oh yeah, this is where all the harmonies kick in. So yeah, I decide who I did what harmonies do, but that was in my brain.
To recount his movements at all. Was he for Dante's fall? I was on the target, set in blood, so beware.
I think this, by the way, was like the moment that I thought, yes, this could be like a Nerdy Prudes Must Die thing. The Alphas Will Fall, written in blood, looks very reminiscent of the Nerdy Prudes Must Die logo. If you've seen it, you know. So yeah, this all very much came together.
If you have the ground, lights down, 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 who's gonna come out on top? It's Someone's going mad in the Phoenix mantle. Everyone has entered a Phoenix scramble. Bodies disappear, but the food remains on each plate. No one ate.
Yeah, again, I give this place a hard time when I can. This is what I remember when they did this video that Jason made many years ago on Aphmau, on the Aphmau channel in general, that you know, it was called Jess's Day Off, because like, you know, Jess herself like rarely ever, you know, takes time off for whatever reason. You always make sure there's something uploading like every single day. which for YouTube is, of course, an admirable discipline. But of course, physically, it takes a toll on you, especially when you're covering like all these different details. And Jason like went over and just did a tour of the server and like how many different like detail bits they had, and they mentioned specifically like all the different like plates of food that were there, and even for like the extras that you see like very far off in the distance. So there's a very high chance these would just happen to be here after all this time, or even just in general because they were so used to setting up the lunch tables anyway. They went to autopilot and didn't realize, wait a minute, why would they still be on the table? This was like a late night performance. No one was eating in here. No one ate. Except Jacob making the parody. Well, there we go. That's one way of looking at it.
We can break the windows, but no one's leaving.
Another thing, they could have done that at any point. There's a werewolf on screen right now. They're known for breaking windows. Do it next time.
Suddenly the show got real intriguing. Someone hit the generator before we go blind or we lose our minds.
I remember before the lockdown, it was rare to see a friend frown.
Oh, that's another thing. I forgot. Do you remember before the lockdown thing? This Nutty Poo's Must Die was Team Starker's first show after lockdown. So the idea of like a town in panic, like remember before the lockdown, even if it's like not related to the specific topic, I had to keep that line. So that line is from the original song.
And this was
The place to be.
I remember
No matter what I did, peek the microphone. Of course.
And we're close to being
Be violent free until Zed went on his murder.
Yeah.
Spree.
I was with you most of the time, you stupid girl woman thing.
He doesn't say that in the
And
movie, but
pointing
whatever.
everyone up.
God,
Someone's going mad in the
that'd be
Phoenix
so in character
Mantle.
for high school Zane, but since Aphmau is going off like present day modern server-esque Zane, we didn't get that, and I'm so disappointed by that.
Everyone has entered a Phoenix scramble. Will the cops arrive? Are there still folks to decimate? Desolate. Time is
Yeah,
passing
like-
slow from night till morning. Suddenly this vid gets somewhat boring.
Yeah, it did drag on a little bit too long for me. Like I was gripped like
Myster-
most
the
of
mys-
this, but
the
there was
mystery
a
made no
certain
sense.
point.
The mystery
There was a certain
made
point where I was
no
like,
sense. The mystery
Yeah.
made no sense. I hate it. I hate the fact the mystery made no sense. Like we have this whole mystery setup.
Well,
it makes
don't
no
worry, because
sense.
don't worry, because the next line covers that.
A face of tickle pissed. Is this it? I'm wearing a harrowed frown. For this night has no apt now. Half down, 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 down. When will this madness stop? In Phoenix Drop.
We love the nonsensical cliffhanger. It makes no sense.
I didn't even address that in the song. It wouldn't have matched because the whole thing was like the mass panic. If there's no mass to panic, it doesn't like follow. So
Yeah.
yes, the ending of the video was
On it-
was glossed over in the visuals and not addressed in the lyrics. So if you want to check it out and see what happens,
It's
be
not
warned.
good. It's not good.
Yeah.
Honestly, I say this song is the best thing to come out of that video. the song made by the fan is the best thing to come out of that video.
Well, there's clamor for S tier again. Oh boy.
Okay, actually, I say D tier. No, I'm kidding. I personally think high A tier, above the plush song, but not S tier. Part of my reasoning is I feel like I could consider it S tier if there are more singers in it, but honestly, without that, it's just I don't know. I just have to. I mean, it's really good. It's really good, but I don't know if it's S tier. If there are other people singing in it, maybe, but
Okay, well, for the first time, I'm going to put this somewhere else. I will go and say S tier on the grounds that if you compare it to, instead of compared to like the others, compare it to Rebel Spell. I mean, yeah, like that one comparatively was, you know, was very safe in terms of, you know, it's like it is your ultimately song choice aside, lyrics aside, whatever, Billy Idol impression, effective at places other ones, whatever. Bottom line, it's still the simple parody format I've been doing for, you know, like a decade at this point. You know, it's obviously a refined part of that, and one of the better examples. I'm not denying that, but you know, for this video particularly, like, you know, the experimental thing, the fact that it lined up so well with the idea in the first place, of those two things. I mean, people say it was an unexpected crossover. I mean, I'm obviously trying not to toot my own horn too much in terms of, you know, like how it was distributed. Whether or not the performances themselves like matched up, you know, at least like the harmonies, I feel like probably did, again, to my, you know, capabilities. And yeah, the fact that it was, I feel like it was ambitious, but in a way that I think did actually pay off. And plenty of people also seem to agree. So I'm going to side with the crowd on this one, and I'm going to go S tier as well.
Was it better than Rebel Spell, or not as good as Rebel Spell?
That is a good question. You know what? I'll put it in between. You know, because you already said that you that you view it as worse than Rebel Spell. So you know, we'll say, you know, I've got which one, but there's actually me. There's the other one there. So yeah, it's in the middle. There we are.
Okay.
That's where it rests. Okay. All right. So next up. Okay. Yes. So. So after this point, was when I went back to Galicia after coming back for like a week or so, because we normally go there every year for holidays. So, I mean, but this time I managed to actually take my setup. You know, it would have been nice if my setup while I was there and actually had the moment to record to myself. It would have been nice if it actually worked. So yeah, this next song.
Okay, I don't
had so many recording difficulties. It's a miracle that I even got like any of the lines to be coherent in the first place. For some reason, no matter what setting I adjusted on the microphone itself, I don't know what I did on that particular day or whatever, because it worked for streams just fine while I was there, but for recordings, it was a whole other matter. And you know, like, and yeah, you know what? I'll just play it. You'll see for yourself.
I don't think it's as bad as you think it is.
All right, well, let's cast our minds back to June and remember. Oh, it was also Pride Month selected because, you know, obviously.
Also, where are the visuals? I just see a white screen.
Oh, I think I got the wrong. Okay, I put the wrong file in. Because obviously I had some ones where I was, you know, doing you know, subtitles and such. So let me just.
I'd be like, that's not the file.
Yeah. Oh, because it only the only file I have is Guy song lyrics. So yeah, let me just bring up the actual video from YouTube. If my screen, yeah, I was about to say my screen was glitching out there. Even my screen is like, no, don't do this. Okay, come on. I do need to actually see. Yeah, because for some reason there was like a middle portion of the year that didn't actually that wasn't actually saved for some reason. I don't know why. On my computer, I mean, not that it was not disappeared overall. Although again, if there was a song that would disappear this year, you know, I would obviously have picked this one in particular. But anyway, here we go. Actual version. There we go. With visuals. Again, provided by Aidan.
Yes, my beautiful visuals.
Oh, your contribution is recognized. For the song choice, of course, it was a very obvious idea anyway. People could probably recognize this immediately and know where this is going. Oh, I forgot about that visual with the violins there. That was actually quite beautiful. Yeah, see, the video is still up to the same quality as usual. The song, however... not an 80s song, but also one that has a very long instrumental. And what better way to represent that than the shot of them walking for a long time that even Jason complained it was too long. Okay, here we go.
It was one single day. You were always to
With the way.
I had to be right here.
No time to process or
Or
pack.
back.
But you met me, I promise
I got
your
your back.
Love the para.
Oh yeah, you did the subtitle for this one as well. So it's not the same font. Yeah.
Yeah.
Paradise. I'll make sure your summer's nice.
Okay, so that's another thing. I can't see the lyrics at the bottom of the screen. Not because of StreamYard. StreamYard I understand, but even without that, the dark blue is such a contrast with, like, it's not enough of a contrast
Yeah.
with the black of the aspect ratio. Oh, that's why, like, for like a lot of the fonts I use or have used in the past, they've all had like borders on them in case that happens, or like one visual for anything happens to, you know, drown them out. I have something to surround them in so people can still see them. There she was, the fun-sized little potato, as she was referred to in that scene.
I will happily show you all around. I know where all the boys can be found. I will judge the sand.
He did say that.
that you build. Make sure your mother's plans are fulfilled. By
Yeah, the way I said that, it sounds like he's saying are fulfilled. I meant to say aren't fulfilled because he's not on Sylvana's side, because no one with common sense would be.
splash, the sparks are flying. Please do not
Destroy my ship.
Cruising
Yeah.
into a new chapter as the summer ends. I know this place you'll miss. Even though you sealed your fate through one great kiss.
And here's where the real problems come in.
Paradise. Paradise.
Okay, that was a miracle take. I don't know how that one was kept in, because I did that multiple times. That's one that worked. I don't know why that one was survived. Because the thing is, with this song, I mean, so of course everyone knows that what was heard this song, that at this point is where I think the other band members come in actually and start singing like paradise, like up there, you know. So you'd like to have that thing, at least like a couple of them, maybe like even like a and then there's almost paradise, something like to that effect. Any sort of like vocal like edit whatsoever, anything at all. But no, not. Unlike with you know the last song where there's like a couple of bits like where I did like the high notes and it peaked the microphone, you know, classic thing. It happens all the time. I get it. You know, didn't move away far enough. Whatever. In this case, didn't matter how close I was, how far away. Never picked up in the slightest. Even though, and if I went too low as well, if I went too low for like the you're like down there, you know, that was sometimes too much for it as well. So just a couple of was like and that was it. That's what I end up with a lot of the time. So I end up with like one solo take of the original part. I think it might even be the same, the same like as the first part, like the para from like the first bit. That's only meant to be done once in the entire song. So yeah.
Paradise.
Ah, yes, to stop being adorable. Stop being adorable. Another thing referencing the music girl. Yeah, that's the thing, because obviously in the song there's a and I had that, but then you have to contrast that with the or of course the that's it, that it actually isn't, you know, in the actual song. Can't do that when your computer does not allow you to, so I just did with like a I hate this one. This shot, though, I really enjoy.
Oh no, this camera movement was really good from
Yeah.
Catface.
This actually, you know what I'll say? There is there's a very, very famous Minecraft parody that is done by Sky Does Everything, yes, but in that part of the song, in the animation itself, because they have like a bit like more like an orchestral version actually. At this point is when like they get into the minecart and start like making a chase, and you actually see them like descend, like going down like in a roller coaster style. So the fact the slide is used in like the exact same point in the song, that's my favorite part of this video. Not a high bar, obviously.
Oh god, this video is breaking Jacob's camera. Oh no.
Like, it's something. It's something.
It is
Yeah.
possible we'll meet again
Yeah,
someday.
my device knows.
Whether in your dream resort or inside your maid cafe. Oh, love,
Or love, love, paradise.
Paradise. Oh,
Jacob died.
Paradise.
Yeah, it's called New World.
Paradise.
Didn't even bother using that version that worked there. By this point, I was just done. Yeah, it's gonna cut out, sure. Hear the lyrics, that's it, wonderful. I think there was some sort of like, something like coming like on here, but I didn't even bother with that either, because it wasn't gonna work. And there we go.
The end of it. Hey, okay. Does it have its flaws? Yeah, but you don't notice those flaws except for near the end. I think it didn't. That is very.
What do you
noticeable
don't
to me.
notice them?
I don't notice.
What do you
them as much.
mean?
Listen,
Okay, yes, I've said before we're all our worst critics, but I'm not sure if I mean, even if you don't know what went wrong specifically, I feel like most people would be able to tell something isn't right.
I mean, look, okay, I put it in C tier, maybe low C tier, but C tier.
All right. I feel like this is going to be no surprise for Bez, but for me,
Yeah,
absolute D, rock bottom. Nothing is going to be worse than that, which is great because we've still got some stuff to cover. But my goodness, I will say, to be fair, lyrically at least, it was all right. For this one, it's one of the ones I wasn't like super inspired for, because also the idea of like doing like we had to make sure we wanted to do like a song that was like from like one of the LGBT characters for Pride Month. That's why this came out in June. Beyond that inspiration, they didn't even mention Pride specifically in the song in general, so it didn't really quite work. Honestly, we probably should have stuck with Tiani. But because I mean, because Guy is because Guy's a fine character anyway. But I mean, this one, I don't know. There's nothing really like added to him or like say any like type of like exploration. It's like, yes, I live in love of paradise. That's the song. Yes, not even like a. It's not even like the Reese one where like there's a difference between saying like she thinks she's made of candy and I am a prince who's made of candy. I am actually made of candy in a literal sense. No, it's just mostly the same. At least I will say some of the original song has a lot of repeated lyrics in it. That is true for a lot of Coldplay songs. But we obviously sort those out anyway, but that applies to every song really. So that's not really saying much at all. So yeah, its flaws do not outweigh its pros for me in the slightest. Solid D. All right. And I see your low beat of it.
Yeah,
you're all very generous.
That's a little bit generous. I'm saying low C. I don't know if there will be anything in C besides that. I'm gonna be honest. Depending on, I have to. Hey, I don't know. I haven't.
That way you picked it. You want to like just fill it in, just like put something in there.
I don't know. I don't know. Depends on. I would have to re-listen when listening to these songs because I feel like when we get to a certain song that got the most amount of views, that's gonna be ranked pretty high. I don't know if it's gonna go full S, but there's a certain song that it got a lot of views that I would rank pretty high that I quite like.
Okay. Well, that one is actually not next. It's the one right after.
Yeah.
First of all, let's go ahead and,
Gene.
yeah.
Hey.
Classes will be skipping. We would like you to join us.
Wait, hold on. Wait, did I not put lyrics on this one?
I think you're out of
Let me just check I got the right file.
I think you're out of.
Oh, that's yes. Yes, I might have been out of town when this came out for sure, because this was like this would have been like when I was in Peru, I think. But even then, like
You're so adventurous compared to me. I'm so boring in comparison.
What, you gotta go on a cruise that one time?
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about going on a cruise now in March, which I'm kind of excited about.
Okay.
But my family's not very adventurous. They're kind of boring.
Hey, you'll get to watch the Musical remake on a cruise, potentially, depending on which time of March.
Well, we're going like the 8th to the 16th, so I don't think so. I think the main girl's like 27th.
Oh, so you'll come back and like the treat of returning shall be the remake. Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
All right. So no, there are no lyrics to on this one. There are no subtitles. I mean, obviously there are lyrics. I'm not going to call it instrumental for you, but yeah. With the instrumental for this one, if you play that for too long, you end up hearing all the bed springs they have in the background there. And if you know the context of what the original song is about, that's not a good thing.
Oh god.
Yeah, we probably should talk about that, because I've said this before. I did a whole project one time about how people don't listen to the lyrics of a lot of songs a lot of the time. And even recently, I was like, the algorithm served me like a compilation of shorts with this one person like singing a bunch of lyrics and putting it on the screen and realizing and reacting in real time to what was being said. Obviously, it was staged, but you know the point still stands. So yeah, it is a common problem with songs, and it's one thing that I noticed, especially during like the reggaeton era, because that one, because there's all those songs, like yeah. My goodness, okay. It's kind of like it's about on the same level as R&B, to be honest, as far as like here's the levels of misogyny.
Here's the thing. Here's for me when it comes to songs and like sexual undertones, you know, or like overtones. I don't pick up on them. And like Cake by the Ocean, I talked about this. I didn't pick up on it. Wasn't talking about literal cake. It wasn't literal. I thought they were like literal cake by the ocean. Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That one I understand because that was specifically someone's like mispronunciation or misnaming of a specific drink. So yes, that's where they ran with that concept. So that one, if you didn't know that context, you wouldn't get it. With this song, opening up, even just like listening to the glass. I mean, yeah, because it came out, I based on I was maybe 11 or something when this song came out, if I remember the year correctly. So yeah, you would have been 8 or 9. So
yeah,
I can understand not even picking up on the point of it at that time anyway. And then coming back to it later, being like, okay.
Look, even songs that I feel like I should have known I didn't pick up on, the song "Sexy Back." I just thought he was talking about being hot. I didn't think he was going into. I was being stupid. I was like, wait a minute, he's talking about more than just sexy.
I mean, of course, there is the Duke Devlin version, but even that one is questionable. By the way, speaking of the Duke Devlin version, not an official Lil Karibo song for Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. That one was actually done by Keston, way back before he even joined. He did a few of them. He did another one called Leather Shoes, which ended up not being necessary because he actually was it Leather Shoes? Yes, it was. Which before Lil Karibo. Yeah, because that was a parody of Telephone. But then Lil Karibo himself made a Telephone parody called Pharaoh's Throne later on, so it's it ended up not being necessary. But hey, turns out that Keston got there first. That's him, but Big by the Ocean, or there's another song. Yeah. So again, that one particularly, I get, to be honest. Although that one has like other lyrics in the chorus that are even worse nowadays after what was found out. But again, they were not to have known at the time. Okie dokie. But as for this one, don't worry because I assure you, no undertones of that nature will be found in the contents of this video, even if you can't read the lyrics on the screen. So, here we go.
Kitty now, call you kitty. Look at all the claws a kitty has. Claws of kitty. I'll punish and for his defiance.
Yeah, I'm surprised like that part, but in the music video, I thought you were gonna show like either the part that he like, says kitty or like a part where like they're arguing with each other, not like when he was like at a distance.
I don't know.
Of a compliance. Later scheme with Ian, but collapse that alliance. I'll get it if I want it, get it if I want it, said I'll get it if I want it, take revenge whenever I want it now. Spray on the shadow tag,
Girls find a spot for it.
in a barren wall.
We can leave a mark on it.
We deserve it, kitty,
We deserve it all.
I'm gonna be true of
You know how I'm saying that. That maybe like the way he emphasized the original lyric, where like, maybe that was meant to imply something. Maybe, I don't know. Now I'm thinking about it.
I actually don't know if that was like an R, or if it was like deserve it like all as in like all, like in his accent. I'm not sure which one I was thinking to deserve it all, but
yes, it's a Bruno Mars song. But yeah, no, I'm wondering if
this is a Bruno Mars song. And
I'm wondering if with the going up being like or all or whatever, I forget what the original lyric was, if that was meant to imply something was happening during that specific lyric to him and someone else.
You know what? You know what? Let me check. I mean, we tend to copy paste. Yeah, we tend to copy paste the lyrics of the original song anyway, so we can figure out which parts we haven't covered when we do these songs.
Yeah,
but
we color code the ones we haven't changed yet, and then we change them back to.
Yeah, but it has been a while. No, it is all. So you deserve it all. Yeah.
We deserve it all, and I'm gonna give it to you.
Yes, that one, that lyric there particularly.
Oh God, why am I learning these horrifying things?
It was a recurring thing. Like while I was trying to structure the song itself, because I do the bulk of the lyrics. Aidan was just having a breakdown in the background.
Listen, I don't pick up on these stuff until it's pointed out to me, and then I'm like, wait a minute.
I think you just listened to the lyrics and copy pasted from the document, and you were like, oh wow, that's what this is about. I think you figured it out after all this time. But
I don't listen. I get into the beat. I'm like, yeah, this is cool. I love the tune. I love the way that they're singing it. And then I'm like, wait a minute. What is he saying? Wait, oh God, no! Oh God, no!
Yeah, there's actually a song that I never released, but I performed. I wrote and performed for sixth form actually, where we did a project on the actors' profiles and preparations and such, and best practices in the industry to get forward basically. I don't remember most of those, but it was to the tune of Wonderwall. Pretty sure even if you haven't, if anyone's caught on to what song that is, you probably heard it a couple of times. It's the one that goes "'Cause maybe you gotta be the one that saves me." The one that everyone plays in bars and such, and it gets really repetitive very quickly. Yeah, that one that I did. I remember that when I was when I had the lyrics up on screens, I was have those when I did the PowerPoint versions. That's how Carbon Cycle started, by the way.
Carbon Cycle.
Yes, as a PowerPoint presentation that I performed a cappella live. This one I had a backing track for. By that point, I'd actually learned how to do that. But yeah, I was just, in the middle of that, doing this part, and at the end of it, because they repeat it a lot of the time, gotta be the one that saves me, gotta be one that saves me, etc., etc., get the audience to take part. It's yeah, everyone join in. And then they started like, seeing the original lyrics, because I guess they, even with the lyrics on screen, they were kind of disassociating a little bit, I think. And then so I just, like, in the middle, I just said, like, please read the lyrics on the board, please. Or something like that. Yeah. To be like, come on. So, yeah, I've been on the other side of that, being like, yes, people haven't noticed either, even if they are right in front of them. Oh well.
All night, don't care what you think is
right.
Pity for you, that's what I'm like. That's what I'm like. Pity for you, that's what I'm like. That's what I'm like. Get Aaron to
start a fight.
Don't go Lawrence
Miss out a spite.
Pity for you, that's what I'm like. That's what I'm like. Pity for you, that's what I'm like. That's what I'm like.
I forgot about that part.
I'll take a trip up to an island. Guess what group I'm finding? I hope you'll forgive me. I know it's surprising.
They forgave Gene too easily in Love Love Paradise. Like, he didn't even make that much of amends or try to make amends. Like, I feel like Ivy, when she was reintroduced, tried so much harder despite doing a substantially less harm to make it up to Aphmau and the crew than Gene did when he first came back, and that frustrates me no end. It's like he didn't even try. He's like, oh, hey guys, what's up? It's like, dude, you blackmailed her. Why? I'm just like so frustrated with that creative choice. I'm like, no, you had to put more of an effort, and he was way eviler than Ivy ever was in the season.
I'm glad that they rectified that in season 3. But yes,
season 3
for season 2
them.
specifically.
Season 2, he's like, why? You didn't even try to make it up to them. At least Ivy made an attempt. You didn't even make an attempt. And
I've said
Ivy
this
at best
before,
was
but
a
like
petty teenage bully. You were so
I've
much worse.
I've said this before, but it's but for a lot of Aphmau series, like the long ones particularly, episode 6 happens to be where the quality trails off. And I believe that Gene was introduced in like episode 6 or 7. I will not make the meme.
No, he was introduced like late into season 2. He was like level of episode 27 or 24.
What?
He was late season 2.
I don't think he was that late because it was around because Sylvana very quickly like latches onto him as a possibility for dating Aphmau, which makes the whole thing even worse.
I'll tell you the exact episode he was in. Like, he was in late season 2.
I mean, he was in season 2 for sure.
He appears in episode 21 is his first appearance. In the episode titled "Mommy's Surprise."
I remember like the circumstances, but yeah, I guess not the.
It was late season 2, episode 21.
It was. I think it was episode 6 that Sylvana herself appeared. That's what I'm remembering. You know, there was some sort of like detrimental thing that happened at that point.
Sylvana appeared in episode 5, and Boy Shopping was episode 6.
Right, yeah.
Friendship is Sandcastles is such a good episode, though. That's like one of my favorite My Street episodes, especially of that season. Like, it's one of my favorites. It's so good.
It's the one that it's the one where I made the promise to review all My Little Pony, which I honestly need to get on much more than I did last year.
My Little Pony fan song is coming soon.
I could do that as well. Because I said this to Aidan that, you know, for this year I want to do like other stuff that's not just Aphmau songs, you know, because I have so many of them, especially at this point, that like I want to expand to like, you know, other to other, you know, things that I enjoy, other, you know, pieces of either pop culture or just either like, you know, or with the occasional niche thing. You never know. Yeah, so by all means we could include that. Although they have a lot of songs on their own anyway for like their stuff, so it would, you know, we'll see. We can workshop that. But yeah, before we move on from this, one last thing. In the going back to the original lyrics again, this part was where he just says like "mamacita." That was like the line, and specifically, I thought, okay, well, what do I do for this part? And the thing is that, kitty in Spanish would be gatito or gatita for a female kitty. So I thought, okay, fine. And then que hay is just, a version of saying, like, what's up? But, like, it can, like, use as a diphthong, because a lot of Spanish is used as, like, a diphthong and it flows. That's why I speak super quickly, because, like, every, like... A diphthong is when, like, two vowel sounds can combine to the same syllable, just, like, slides between them. Yeah. So instead of, like, que hay, it's que hay, que hay gatita, which has the same syllables as mamacita. So it worked. Yeah.
Of changing that I'm not mean and prove it from the pancakes I
wouldn't eat.
Project for Sylvana.
Yeah.
Doing what she wanna. Someone will be your neighbor. Can you guess who's gonna? Is it them? Is it them? Is
This is
it
Paramount,
me?
yeah.
Is the nights? Is the nights? Yeah, it's all
We're
free.
free.
Baby. Job's not a humble brag. Working at the
Maid cafe.
Scrubbing tables down. Having banter day by day. I don't deserve it.
I didn't mix this properly. This should have been, like, the backing vocal should have been way quieter.
My application's
Just right.
I'll do this job with such
That's
might
right.
and prove to you that's what I'm like. That's what I'm like. I'll prove to you that's what I'm like.
I like how the "that's what I'm like" emphasis has, like, changed over, like, his story.
Look wide. That scene, oh god.
Yeah, I also love how, like, in that image, he's, like, covering the sides of her ears, but her ears have moved up to here because that's the part of her potion. But anyway.
I'll prove to you that's what I'm like. That's what I'm like. They think I'm not a good guy.
Well, yes I am zany. Yes I am zany.
Tell me to help you unwind. If you want him, tell how to eat him. I'll share my wings with you. Tell me, kitty,
I'll share my wings with you, that's great.
Yeah.
Wow, that was great, that was.
no longer in such hard times, correcting all my past crimes. I swear it's true, that's what I'm like. That's what I'm like. I swear it's true, that's what I'm like. That's what I'm like. Running a club for the night. You'll heal and enjoy starlight. Because of you, that's what I'm like. That's what I'm like. Because of you, that's what I'm like. That's what I'm like.
Running away.
So, yeah, most of the Aphmau songs that I used to do before, like, this year particularly, were ones of a just like the general, like, journey of the character throughout the season, and this is one of the examples of that for this year, like Gene as he grows up over time, rather than just like either isolated moments or an idea that they represent. Sort of started to change that a little bit and kind of like vary it up thanks to the success of the Kawaii-chan song, but that's that was not this year, so we will not talk about it at length. But yeah, it was a nice return to form to that idea, at least. That being said, I feel like this one, the mixing I did was not as strong. I don't know if it's because of the circumstance I did it in, or like because I was trying to get out there or whatever. I don't know. The volume levels are very much season 1 Mutant Girl style. So that's for what that signifies. And to be honest, that with this one, for some reason I decided to do it much to maybe to not disturb the neighbors or whatever. I don't know what I was thinking at the time. I was because I recorded this while I was, I think, still did I record this while I was in Galicia? Maybe, or maybe I did right after I come back. I'm not sure. This was July. It would have been after. Yeah, so I might have recorded this here, but I don't know, for some reason I was still in that mode and being like, okay, well, let's I'm not gonna belt out all this because I wanted it to be like a progression in this song, but the song itself is not really one that has that much of a progression until the bridge. So my entire approach was not, was not great vocally. So even though the story I really like in this one, because I like the mixing, the vocals, and in some parts that it's up to the music video and the lack of lyrics associated with it, I'm gonna go with C tier for this one.
I'm going with high B. I would put it above Vlad. I'll put it above Vlad. I vibe with the rule. I vibe with the song a lot.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, the song itself has, you know, the original song has proven that people will vibe with it, in spite of lyrics and/or vocals associated with it. So, I guess some of that also rings true.
Now
here.
now we have a great song. Oh, I love this one.
All right. Okay. Yes. So this is the one that Aidan was talking about earlier. This is the one that was the most successful. Not necessarily the best, but this one actually, this is one that I was inspired by while I was in Peru, because I'd never heard of this song until I was in a hostel and they had I don't know if it was like MTV specifically, but they had an MTV equivalent on where they play different music videos and of it, I guess, you know, songs of the moment. I hadn't heard of even Teddy Swims at the time, so it was a complete surprise to me. But I was just walking by, I was like, hang on a second, I want to hear this one. This is an interesting song right here. So clearly I was still thinking okay, well, you know what? I've returned from the holidays inspired. Let's see if that yields something. And this is what it yielded. Oh, it's from Zach, by the way.
Yeah.
I sold my soul out just to make
some bank.
They put a potion that she
never drank.
Back then the family.
By the way, I will say real quick about this footage here. All this footage has this annoying watermark in the corner that Aphmau did, even on the main channel when she released it. So yeah, just annoying watermark Aphmau made. Look at it. It's in the corner of the video.
Yeah, I was also going to mention that the lyrics, the subtitles are better this time because they're emboldened, but of course because it's still a dark color, it's still a little bit more difficult to make out, I think. But yes, this one is Teddy Swims. I hadn't heard of Teddy Swims until that particular holiday, and I am definitely better for it having heard of him now.
It wasn't to be, what wasn't to be. I seal my fate when I help raise the boy. 2 family units time would soon destroy. Too many times we tried to make it work. Maybe I was a jerk. I was a jerk.
Yeah, again, no footage of you know, Zach with Ian specifically, because that was all meant to be a whole mystery, so it was all verbal, so this is the best that could be done.
Ian. Aphmau retconned that. Aphmau retconned that in a comment.
Well, I think that she retconned the idea that they were siblings, and then Michaela Laws clarified what that meant. It could be that there was to someone else entirely. I guess it depends how far that red herring would go, but you know,
it's not even much of a red herring. It was so
the boy. Then you know, it didn't make sense to name him in the song anyway because you know they wouldn't have worked with the rhyme scheme. So yeah. Incidentally, one bit of advice for people who are you know thinking of writing lyrics and such. Assuming you haven't started already, of course. If you actually think of a word that you want to have at the end of a line, and then you want and then you think oh yes, but what rhymes with that one? Do it backwards, because if that's the powerful word or the powerful phrase or whatever, have it be at the bottom, and then have something else at the top, so it looks like you've so it looks like you're So it looks like you've come up with a genius rhyme with a word, when in reality the genius this word was the one at the beginning in the first place. You know, it's just a little bit of a mental trick there that people don't catch on.
More tucking our daughter in bed. No more getting to see my little Aphmau. Wish I could reverse my choices. What was it all for?
Yeah, so that bridge doesn't actually rhyme at any point, and I was thinking to myself, do I make it rhyme, or do I make these lyrics rhyme with the original lyrics? Because it was it works in that context, so it should work in this one, so I eventually decided, yeah, it's going to rhyme with the original lyrics instead.
By the way, one thing I don't like about this is not about the song at all. This is about Sylvana's outfit choice in this scene.
Okay.
It's a recolor of her season 2 outfit, but instead of being blue, it is this shade of green and purple, and I don't think it looks good together. I do not think the colors look good together, and I don't know why they chose this outfit for Sylvana and they just recolored her outfit to be in a worse color palette than the white
I guess.
and blue of original.
I guess in the interim years she became more fashionable. You know. I guess she bounced back from one of her darkest moments, so to speak.
I left you behind to gain repute. I thought I was dying, but it's time I fixed my life since you gave me the fruits. If I could have choose a baby, I come up with no steps to dispute. I'm done with surviving, 'cause it's time
I love this shot. This
fixed
shot's
my
so
life
good.
since you gave me the fruits. I kept the deal for status, power and wealth. Kept tabs on our Siri.
It is hell.
Forgot my place after the
Killing
killing
spree.
But that's it for me. That's it for me.
Oh, no.
More talking about her in bed. No more getting to see my little Aphmau. Wish I could reverse my choices. What
was it? Oh.
No, I didn't care for you, baby. I left you behind to gain repute. I thought I was dying, but it's time I fixed my life since you gave me the fruits. If I could have choose a baby, I'd come up with no steps to dispute. I'm done with surviving, 'cause it's time I fixed my life since you gave me the fruits.
I realized that was like
Since
the.
you
You gave me the boot.
Since you gave me the boot.
It's
Yeah, that was a
time
part there
I
because it was
fixed
like
my
instead of like using like the door.
life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because there's a line was like show me the door, so like the door part, the door, like that part was like way better before. It was like yeah, the boot, the boat, yeah.
It's time I fixed my life. No, I didn't care for you, baby. I left you behind to gain repute. I thought I was thriving, but it's time I fixed my life since you gave me the boot. If I could have choose a baby, I'd come up with no steps to dispute. I'm done with surviving, 'cause it's time I fixed my life since you gave me the fruits.
Those are vocals and subtitles. I had the subtitles as well this time. Unfortunately. Don't know why I switched the fonts. Actually, should have stayed with the other one, but anyway. And off he goes, and Garte is dead.
Garte died.
He's not. Oh my goodness. If you've not heard of Teddy Swims, the original song is called The Door. So, if you look up Teddy Swims,
Yeah.
The Door would be a good place to start.
So let's look at our rankings.
Alright.
Since you gave me the boot, it is
I mean, clearly it
time
works,
I
but yeah.
fixed my life. No, I didn't care for you, baby. Such a good song.
So you really enjoy this one.
Okay, so right now I'm torn if I want to put it on the very end of A tier or if I want to put it on S tier, but behind behind the Ivan song.
I guess it depends on if you think it's better than the musical song or the plush one.
I think it's better than those, but I don't know. Is it? I would say S tier. I'm putting it S tier, but behind Ivan's song.
Okay, I am going to say that it is not better than the musical one, because again, same thing as before with the musical one. I mean, it was like how much was going on in that one. That's what I think is like the big like changer for me was the replication of the musical aspect in this and also in this one in this one I don't know, I feel like I don't know, I'm missing something like the way that the Teddy Swims sings. I think it was like much more much more like guttural and much more like diaphragm based than I ended up doing it, trying to replicate from a song I just heard recently.
I don't know. I mean, I think
So
you
I feel
were
like
pretty
I put it back on.
impressive. I think you're pretty impressive.
Thanks. I think it was. I did better with this one than with Gene, for sure. Because with Gene, I was intentionally subdued, and with this one, I was coming out of that because I realized the mistake. So yeah. And I don't know if there's very much else to say about that one, to be honest.
I mean, next we're on to
I guess also
Crabzane. Crane.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I'll leave it at that, and yeah, we'll go on to Crane, I guess. Sure. All right. So this one actually, yeah, this one I will say before, and sometimes you got to go back to the classics. Sometimes you got to sometimes a song that you've heard recently that happens to be in the top charts. Sometimes an internet song. This one, I don't expect anyone to know this song or to have known it before listening to the parody of it. It's from a band called Hootie and the Blowfish, who have had a lot of really big hits. This just happens to not be one of them. But my dad is a really big fan of them.
We struggled finding the instrumental for this because we couldn't find it on the internet just the way we were looking normally.
Yes. So this is actually another time where I technically turned to AI, but not generative AI. It's a site called Vocal Remover, which it does exactly what it says. It uses AI to remove the vocals from instrumentals. So yeah. So this was the original song put through that. Because because it's such an obscure song that no one. There are some Hootie songs that are out there that obviously obviously do have instrumentals like the big ones, but yeah, they're a band that has there's typical ones where you know them for a few things that they've done and not necessarily the others, unless you happen to have their CDs and happen to listen to them in your old car, which did have a CD player in it. Which is the case for me, and I thought to myself, "Hey, you know what? This is this is the way." Again, this one was the original. I'm doing the voice obviously because I did this for Zane before, so again, I'm not trying to match the original pitch of the song anymore. Unlike in some of the previous ones, normally doing an impression of the original artist, like with Rebel Spell or the song we just heard. So yeah, this is definitely. I'm not sure how well this works in that context, because I had to lower down the harmonies as well. But I guess we'll find out. Old Crabzane, yes. I don't think it's that old, but anyway.
Up in the sky, they seem daunting.
Oh yeah, I go back to the. I forgot I went back to the to Gling AI for this. So yeah, I guess it's Vocal Mover and Gling AI. This is the most AI I've ever used in any single video that I've ever made, and it's still more original than most AI out there.
See you stand and use your tails for a walk in, and your new lungs as you've now gotta breathe air. But if your cover is blown round humans, then I fear I know they'll try to gut you for sure. Trust when the scholar says, don't be useless. You succeeded, but we need more. A chance to get some hair for us. Perhaps some shinies too, but I'm taking go die on the surface. Cause baby you won't have that long. Go die. Girl of flowers, it may be your truth. Cause your dumbness may seal your doom.
I remember that when Aidan saw the word dumbness, he misread it as something else, and he thought I was and he thought I was really insulting her. Which no, it wasn't that. So far, I forgot this one particularly because of the rhyme scheme. It has as an ABAB and specifically ABAB rather than ABCB like a lot of the other songs do. So there's a lot more and it's also the syllables in general, the ones they actually use in the original, and here you have to go much further back. It's not just the last syllable necessarily. So your cover is blown by human. Scholar says got to say in the voice as well. So yeah, lyrically, I'm really vibing with this one. Yeah, that's true. I guess he got a new shell and grew or something.
Seems I'm in a cage, I've been trapped inside. Must be human and I'm yeeted back to sea. The sea runs taking
You know, any excuse to use the word yeeted in a song is gotta be a good one.
an age when food does arrive. So I'll take these two to Tavari. A chance to get some hair for him. Perhaps some shiny stupid eye.
That's another thing as well, because if you lower the original like pitch of the song, then you end up doing like very low notes where you're not like intended. That's the same that happened with the first Zayn parody as well at the beginning, where it's just like, yeah, born to follow another man's like all the way down there to start with. It's like, I'm not ready for this yet. In 2019, Jacob's not ready for that. 2025, Jacob, definitely, yes, because I've done this voice enough times now. Those in my family. Still a bit. That one's still a bit difficult.
Begging go die on the surface, 'cause maybe you won't have that long. Go die, girl of flowers, it may be your tomb, 'cause your dumbness may seal your doom.
Long instrumental time. Green potion. No, saying don't.
Now I learn and explore, we travel far and wide. I have a blast as part of this crew.
And there's the news.
Up in the sky, I'm by your side.
It's like a different species of crab, actually.
About you now.
Yeah.
A chance to sail the sky for us. And yes, find shiny, stupid, I'm begging go die on the surface. 'Cause maybe we won't have that long.
Oh, not that long, but we won't. Oh, this is we won't now because it's changed because of he's in the crew.
'Cause your dumbness may seal your doom. Go die on the surface.
Fix up the things like
'Cause
that.
maybe we won't have that long. Go girl of flowers, it may be your
It's another part of like solo pitch.
'Cause your dumbness may seal
We steal your
your doom. Die on the surface, 'cause maybe we won't have that long. Girl of flowers, it may be your tomb, 'cause your dumbness may seal your doom. Your doom.
That's
You gotta
pretty-
lead into it. Yeah.
Okay. My ranking, low B. Like I would say, like it's the furthest thing for B for me. At the end of
Oh, all right then.
it's good. I like it, but I don't know. I feel like I can't put it much higher though.
Yeah, no, I'm wondering. I'm thinking B as well. I'm just thinking like where specifically in B is the question.
Because I definitely think it's better than better than C tier, but I don't know. You know, it's like one of those things like, yes, low B.
Yeah, well, for me, because I put Gene in C tier. Yeah, to say this is better than Gene. I mean, it might be partly because like fondness for the song itself. But yeah, I think also again the lyrics like really came through with me particularly. I mean, the original song also like has like idea of like the guide of someone like offering like sage advice, and that's what Zayn was sort of doing, even if it was for like his own even if it was own for self benefits. That was his underlying role as pseudo mentor, at least at the start. Nowadays it's sort of up for debate, but either way, he fits in his own way. Yeah, so again, I feel like another song that was like a story progression one that's again one thing I haven't done for some time. Yeah. It's a tough spot for me. I'm going to probably put this above Reese, I think.
But
Just because
below
I think it came
Black.
I think it came together a little bit better for me than Reese did. Only just though. So yeah.
Now we're on to
Reese-
the one that Emily hates.
Yeah, Reese is another song, by the way. You know, where it's like the thing about like the potent line. I get with like Psychosis a while ago, but yeah, I guess like Notice was already in the original song. But you know, okay, so here we go. People have heard, you know, all of these ones except for Vlad have had me singing for this time. It's, you know, it's time for someone else to have the spotlight, and that's partly because this is where, you know, we were still in Mermaid Tales mode for this one for at this time period, because this is when it was like, you know, picking up steam, and that's why we did the Crabs Name one specifically. So this is where we like wrote the Lumi song that Aidan alluded to at the very start of this stream. Even though personally I wasn't like vibing with that one too much, it was a great like it was like a good joke like in the actual stream, but like when it came together, I was like, I mean, maybe just because like the song itself repeats itself like so much that I just like I can't get like behind it like that like on from a writing perspective.
But it sounds so good. It's so good, and also I love Lumi as a game.
We never recorded it, so I don't know if we don't know how it sounds yet.
Okay, well, we have sung it while we were like writing the lyrics, and it sounds decent.
Yeah, that is true. I wasn't so convinced, but because you know, October was for me was around the time that Gacha Fest was you know starting to ramp up. I had to really shift focus there. So
my older sister
you know,
don't know how to act.
I was I was thinking like, I mean, I'm gonna have to like release this like this one because I've got nothing else here that's like vaguely Halloween related. And I was like, vaguely Halloween related? Hang on a second. In 2023, there was another song we never recorded. Well, or we did record actually, but we didn't ever released it.
Half recorded.
Yes. Well, oh no, it was fully recorded. I just happened to lose one of the singers' audios, and I had to replace them. But I guess, fortunately, or perhaps depending on who you are, unfortunately, I still had access to the original files from the other singer, much to their chagrin. So I guess prepare to see 2023 and 2025 come together, ranked in 2026.
Yay.
And this song's from the 2000s, so not too long instrumental.
Took a trip with friends and sealed my fate. Waiting for
someone
protect me. Girls need someone to assist her, and now her will's hard to resist. Help me, help me, help me, help me, help me. Oh.
Okay, so I'm going to address like the lyrics themselves, like not like the lyrics of the words this time, but like where they're placed. You can see that they're in the corner and in green. So I know that like the other ones, all the other songs have been like had like centered lyrics basically, and that's deliberate. But much like how you see like the green fading into the blue this time, because they're both singing together, there's a reason for the placement.
Oh, Ghost is saying, let's go. But Kim is saying no.
And that's the reason right there. Because also, slight thing for the audio, by the way, Kim is actually balanced a little bit more towards like the left side. This is left for me, but yeah. And then goes to the right. So not to be distracting, because like they do sing solo for like a long period of time. That would be like very like off-putting if they did. But yeah, I don't know the exact balance difference. I think it might have been like, was it like 70-30 or something like that? Possibly like 80-20. Nothing too pronounced, but yeah, that's the idea, because they're on like different sides because they're sharing a brain.
Yeah, here's the thing. I know Emily hates the fact that her audio was from 2 years ago. I know that. But here's the thing. I don't think Emily sounds bad in the song, especially because Kim is like a shy character anyways, and more timid character, or at least in context of my street. So, you know, it actually works to the benefit of Kim,
There is one part this there is one part of this song that worked to the benefit that I intentionally kept in that maybe was somewhat cruel on my part, but since you bring that up, I'll pay attention to it when it comes up later.
Yay.
Oh, yes, you'll have to show those the song's over. Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Now you have to work with me. Afraid that that's the price to pay. We're a specter in a vessel. Neither one can get their way. But when we collaborate, we won't budge relentlessly. We're gonna face off with a demon and keep the conquest at bay. We're a specter in a vessel can make. Why you
Are you sharing your thoughts now?
We're a specter in a vessel can make. Help, get this ghost out of me.
Oh, of course, another thing as well is that Ghost in general has an echo to her voice anyway. So I gave KW a more pronounced echo on purpose as well.
Within an empty lodge, bounds photos I can't touch. Waiting for someone to possess them. Wish I knew who I was again. Until then, Casey back up from Zen.
Oh, this part, this take. I remember that, like, as much as it would save me time to not record Emily again, that particular line there, like, until then Casey back off from Zane, that was like, there's not just like a place of refining it, but like also refining the lyrics themselves because it's like so tight and there was like so little time to rehearse it before it came out that it was a real struggle to get that part correct. I will say one thing that you and KW have in common when it comes to recording songs is there's usually like one part that both of you like really commit to and like you rehearse by yourselves, and then when it turns out to not be like the correct way or the ideal way, and I like direct you otherwise, it takes a long time to not do that in the recordings themselves, especially if you're building up to it. Like you both have that in common.
Help me, help me, help me, help me.
Oh.
It goes the same, let's go. But you can't say you know. Now you have to work with me. Afraid that that's the price to pay.
That was confusing some people.
Neither one can get their way. So when we collaborate, we won't budge relentlessly. We're gonna face off with a demon and keep the conquest at bay.
Oh, I just remembered like another thing, by the way. In the originally when I recorded this, like I got this idea for this song because of the Princess Peach Sings a Song by Aaron Fraser Nash. If people don't know, the style of insert character here sings a song is something that I ripped off from Aaron Fraser Nash back in 2017. Because that was around the time that like the It parodies were starting to like really take off, and they happened to catch my radar. I was like, oh, what a great idea! I'm gonna do this with Aphmau for the next 8 years. So that was why I started. But yeah. So and one thing about like Aaron Fraser Nash is that you could always find the karaoke tracks from back in the day. Like nowadays he and King Henry the Etch, the other big tabloid on the channel, nowadays they only do original songs, so they produce their own things. But back when they were doing parodies, they actually had the instrumentals always linked, and they were like used from like karaoke tracks or something. So even if you didn't know the original song, I didn't know Genie in the Bottle until I heard the Princess Peach parody. You could always like look back at it. What I didn't realize until later was that for this specific song, not all of them, because I had the same method for the Nekoette song back in actual 2023. But for this particular song, the original instrumental of Genie in the Bottle and the Princess Peach parody have slightly different tempos, which is fine up until the point that you advise your singers to rehearse with the instrumental track, and one of them happens to choose the Princess Peach version instead to sing along with, meaning that originally the reason that Spectrum Vessel didn't come out was because Emily was singing the Princess Peach version, Kate was singing the Genie in the Bottle version. They both rehearsed separate different tempos. I was going to have to put them together. It took forever to record because I hadn't like worked out exactly like how to do like, you know, how to like time it or to get those things right. And eventually just the files end up, you know, getting buried in my computer. So that's why it didn't come out before. But I was like, I mean, I've got one of the singers anyway. I'm gonna do this. And the fortunate thing is that as of the month prior, as of Crabzane, I had discovered vocalremover.org, which meant I could instead of taking the original instrumental, I could instead take the Princess Peach song, remove the vocals of that, use that instrumental instead, and give that to KW. So that's why this song exists nowadays, because the technology exists to make it easier for me to put it together.
Why you always gotta wrestle with me? Help, get this ghost out of me. Why you always gotta wrestle with me? Help, get this ghost out of me.
This is the part still my fault.
Let's go.
That that was actually Emily breaking down, but again, like you said before, it fit the character, so I was like, I'm gonna save this until the end. There it is.
Say no. Now you have to work with me. Pray that's the price to pay. We're a specter and a vessel. Neither one can get away. But when we collaborate, we won't budge relentless way. We're gonna face with a demon and keep the conquest at bay. Now you have to work with me. Pray that's the price to pay. We're a specter and a vessel. Neither one can get away. But when we
No, to be honest, actually, yeah, you and Ghosty, because you're Ghost Kitty now, so of course, yeah, that would, Actually, wait, no, you only need one ghost in that equation. Yeah, never mind.
collaborate, we won't.
Yeah, Ghosty is really good at vocal directing. She's not so confident in her own singing. I never have a problem with it, personally, but,
I think
obviously we're
Ghosty
all our
would
own
be
worst
great at
critics.
singing. I think Ghosty would be
Yeah,
great.
obviously we're all our own worst critics. She's got the technique down for sure.
Budge relentless way. You're gonna face on with a demon and keep the conquest at bay.
In fact, she even actually offered to to teach people to harmonize, actually, when it came to the final Ghost song. So who knows?
Well, to be fair, that was all recorded separately. That was all set. We weren't even a call together for that. We were all just sending our stuff in separately.
Yeah, if we were in a call, it probably wouldn't have worked on account of delays.
Yeah,
That's also why Inspector Vest originally I recorded them both separately. Not actually, they were in call together, but I had to switch. I had to keep switching between the different instrumentals as well, doing on whose turn it was. It's like, oh god, please no. Ah. So yeah.
Now let's rank this, okay? Now.
All right. Now let's bring in KW and rank this.
Okay, you may not agree with this ranking, KW, but I say this is B tier, but the lowest B tier possible. The low B tier.
I'll take that.
Like
Here's the
behind Crabzane song for me.
I don't hate this song. I am not going to say that. I just had so much pain doing this song to the point where, if someone asked me to karaoke this song or Jay asked me to do a remaster, I'm
perform live. One of these days we'll do a live concert. Like Aidan's already down.
I'm gonna be like, sorry, you got the wrong person. Please call back at a later time at 555-555-0 Lane Street.
Call the street.
Yes, call the street. Exactly. Yes. That's the level of coverage.
I was like, okay, this song gave me them. But I did my best or whatever. Here's Emily did better than me. I have to give them some credit. The M did it a lot better than me. Whereas I over here struggling because when looking at the lyrics that Jacob gave me, I'm like, what? Sorry, my Discord just blared my ears. What the? Anyway, sorry about that.
Sounds like Vin.
But it's killing me, guys. Oh no, I'm joking. Anyways, anyway, Boy, I'm saying that like it's like the when I was looking at the lyrics that Jacob gave me, I'm like, okay, the way I sing them does not sound right. Jacob, help! I don't know what to do. And because I keep trying to remind myself what not to do. What's it called? The thing. Because I'm used to singing like Crush 40 songs, right? So they do this like, I'm a man. Like do that thing.
That's where my PTSD comes in.
I am.
For those that don't know, KW made a cover of that song. I think it was like 2024. I think it was.
Yes.
And I was the one who put the music together. You know, I was the one. I arranged it. Yeah.
I feel so bad. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so I do actually gotta go now. But
Oh.
But real quick, I want to do my remaining rankings for things. So
Okay, wait. You said low B tier for this one, so
Yeah.
okay, put that there. Yeah.
Yep.
okay, so Garf's song C tier, high C tier though, above Gene, but you know, high C.
Okay.
And finally, the recap song, I think is after Kim. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I enjoy the recap song, but like I feel like the recap song
No.
just kind of
No, Ada, no, it's the best. It's one of the best Jacob parodies.
No, God, no.
I refuse.
But yeah, that's where I would personally place it because, like, I don't know, I enjoy it, but it's like kind of just okay. It's just kind of okay for me.
Mm-hmm.
You just have no music taste at this point.
What do you mean? I have great music taste. I have amazing music taste.
You put one of the best songs that Jacob did in B tier.
Yes, it's not even one that's best, you know.
How are we friends?
Listen, I'm just saying this song is just okay.
How dare you? We're never friends again. Not after this. I'm canceling Aidan. Hashtag cancel.
Hashtag cancel. That's how I get canceled, guys.
The year's just started.
Man, that was fast. Anyways, I gotta go for now. Enjoy the other two songs.
All right, take care, Aidan.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Oh yeah, I should probably actually do my ranking. Yeah. The fact this song, I say what you said before about in terms of it's like, you know, the lyrics and such. Yeah, I said this before. I've recently, when I know that I'm doing a song written for someone else, I don't write it the same way that I do like my other songs. Like my songs, I know like how my own like maybe like grasp onto like certain like, you know, quirks that I have basically. For example, I will if I need to like add like extra parts to a line, I would never do it at the end because the end part is the rhyme part. The syllables have to all match up. But sometimes I'll put something at the beginning, like a like a note or two extra, or like I will slide it so there's like no room to breathe because I have like really good breath control. And you know, nowadays I make more of an effort to, if someone else is singing the song, to make the lyrics much simpler. Spectre and the Vessel was written before I started doing that, and it shows.
The whole Zane back off, no, Casey back off from Zane or whatever. That line, I was like, Jacob, I can't do it. I can't.
Yeah, there were so many moves that. Yeah, most of the troll was like, I wish I knew who I was again. Until then, Casey back off was like, it's like a dismissed, like waft away. Yeah.
I was like, no, never again, no.
All right. Okay. But honestly, for me, especially considering the premise of that song, they're going from like, you know, the original to like a competition between the two of them. That it wasn't originally a duet, but I think it was a lot as a duet, I would say. So yeah, I think I'm probably going to go. I think honestly, at the way it came together, probably like definitely better than Gene, but it also might be better than the Plush song, I think. So I think I'm gonna have to put it in A, honestly.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there was there was two of you. The music video as well. The fact like the audio mixing as thing that I did for this one particularly, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna put up the stocks for this one. Audio panning, echo filtering, the subtitles meshing together when they're doing like, yeah, I'm gonna go crazy with this one. So yeah, absolutely, I think it's that's it's on there. All right. Since Aidan is gone, would you like to stay for the remaining 2 songs?
Yes, please.
All right, which means that you're in luck because this next one is the one that you you seem to say the best one. Okay. For someone who hasn't watched all of My Street, I'm so glad about this.
Such a ball. There's a reason why.
Yeah. I wanted to parody this song for a long time, but I wasn't sure like when and how.
Most funny, I almost wanted to do like a parody of my own with this song.
Oh, I mean, what you mean like for like something else or for like just like your own like pilot? Okay.
Like for something
yeah,
else,
all right then.
like, yeah, but I didn't know how to do anything because I'm not good with lyrics or not. And then when I saw you there, I was like, Jacob bait to me! How dare he!
Oh wait, so oh okay, yeah, so I guess I mean you could do it about like Sonic, to be honest, because there's so much lore there that even it's spanning even longer time than you probably do it on the Archie comics alone, quite frankly.
Spying guys moving day, dog movers, who are they? Poster senpai, One Direction, job will never know. Lots of pizza shop.
Yeah, I feel like if I pause this one too much, I'm going to be here forever. But yeah, especially the job will never know. I'm convinced. It's been 10 years. We never found out the solution. She never even like alluded to it in the episode. Oh, by the way, I will say this actually. I checked back. She did in fact live at 67 My Street, so that wasn't just a changed number for the sake of making the reference. That actually was what it was. So, yeah.
Snowman making competition, chemistry, a new year, lots of mistletoe.
Yeah, most of that was like episodes like 1 through 5, and then like it started to like at 9, and then 11 and 13. Yeah, it's not. It needs like what we might do is I need to like amp it up. I was like, I'm getting too caught up in season 1 moments. He remembers being stuff high, yeah.
Valentine's, IHOP, Mumber May, Phoenix job, super fun, friendship time, Caitlin's butt is looking fine.
Yeah.
Ivy, what's the slate, please?
He says that a lot. Yep.
Broken doors, pinky cake, ship and try.
You can tell that this song was never going to have much in the way of like actual video in it, because it would have taken too long.
Kitchen is on fire, awful puns unloading, feathers are exploding, ocean invokes desire, and for Christmas lights, arrows are out of sight.
Yeah, that's stock footage. That's definitely not in Minecraft. But that is actually what Aphmau used for Aaron's house when he made his Christmas lights.
I remember that. I was like, what the?
Doris got a fetus, cat loud snores, castle wars, fireworks at sea.
Oh, it's their episode.
Dante's groove, once again a big move, lost in the IKEA halls, Jumin is too deep. Shadow Knights are here.
Again, I needed to make sure that Jumin was referenced in this. Like, there's people like to remember like all of, like the big like dramatic moments of My Street. I mean, there's so much more.
Here again, Pikachu with Baby Zane, Halloween, make cafe, viral fame, sick day, pen, pineapple, apple, pen, ninja baby sequel, where...
Yeah, Pen Pineapple Pen was like actually Aphmau's ringtone for a few episodes.
Number block, just as wild, do not touch other child. Our cafe is on fire.
That's another thing, by the way. I was surprised by like how many times fire came up for this song. I'd already decided what I was going to do for this anyway, but it just happened to work out.
Master behind this disaster. Maybe a break's required. Some holiday magic before things get tragic. Snowy large lava dreams, emerald eyes, haunted scenes, wolf pack, brother who in the forest, what you do? Stab wounds, Aaron eyes, plumbing to a quick demise. Day of sex, machina, Aaron is the ultima.
Oh, the scene.
That's it for Emerald Secret. That's all you get for Emerald Secret. Just that part there. Honestly, Aidan complained that I hadn't done enough about Emerald Secret, but I maintain that not that much happened in most of Emerald's Secrets.
No,
So there really wasn't much to like dissect anyway. It's also like half the length of like most other seasons anyway. But even taking that out, only the last 5 episodes have actually usually noteworthy 2 people. So
Yeah,
the fact there's like
no.
even something there, I mean,
like here's the like Emerald Secret was a really interesting like season, I'll admit, but I'm gonna be honest, it was kind of forgettable. Besides like the last 5 episodes when things get really intense.
yep.
I don't really remember much besides like the last few episodes. Whereas like with season 1 and season 2, I remember like the most because of like certain things that happen wherever. And season 3, I do think technically season 3 is a lot better than like the first 2 seasons because it was a mix of like voice acting but also still like first person point of view. So I really like the combination of that. Just because like no hate to like Aphmau who did like all like the voices for the characters whatnot. It can sometimes get a little bit draggy at times, but I
think that's why she decided to hire voice actors in the first place, and that probably was the original inspiration.
Yeah, but I get it, like at that time, like she didn't necessarily like able to like hire a lot of people and everything like that. So, but
yeah,
so I do understand where she's coming from, whatever. But I just want to say I do love the fact that season 3 was combining both like voice acting, but also like still have that third person, first person POV. You know.
Mm-hmm. As an Exian fan, don't marry Emerald Secret. Yeah, I do need to do like a Phoenix Drop High /Day / Falcon Claw thing. I do like a My Street prequel song of some kind. Maybe not on like this scale, but yeah, something to that effect.
Private jet, werewolf kiss, true regret, none is
Werewolf Kiss and True Regret being 2 separate things, but you know, still. I just specified what I was referencing in the script there because it was obviously very vague, but yeah.
Star chase, chocolate bar, giant case, faster car, haunted house, stable ship, sailing quiet, giant kiss. Half's body was on fire.
Okay, metaphorical fire there, still counts.
Becomes a smitten, she has to be bitten. Transforming made her tired, even though she failed to fully form a tail. Kai and friends both lie. Travis has a foe inside. Duff, Charmy, and Sneer. Werewolves won't be so
there is again.
Lemon drop, good advice. Greatest romantic advice. Swimming to the perfect stage. Half an hour and get engaged. Private concert has go red. Gareth almost ends up dead. Everyone's forced to stay. Now it's time to party.
Yeah, this part, the Aaron Lycan thing, that was actually Aidan's line. So that's why the fire thing like breaks out.
But aside from hunting, Michael's on to something. Get ready for the fighting. They won't last forever, so we stand together. Secret Nuts masquerade. Derek hopes a deal is made. Lycan versus Romaine. GF's back cave. Lexus isn't teleport. Crowds want to leave the resort. Zack forgets his place. Brought her through the chest of blades. Purple eyes, Aphmau dies. Irie makes a sacrifice. Realm break a big fight. Void burns, angel flies. Demon warlock takes control. 3 pieces of broken soul. Dante left on the shore. I can hardly wait for more. 10 years upon the time.
Also, yeah, I did use the My Street second to last time image rather than the one they did immediately afterwards where they corrected the title because it was a joke.
Right.
Oh well.
And we're still here after tons of tears and laughter. We thought the show inspired. But the you go wrong because the show goes on and on and on and on and on.
It sure does. That was partly because Aphmau said,
Yeah.
you know, can't believe it's still going in the celebration video.
Upon the timer, and we're still here after all the tears and laughter. We got the show inspired. But boy, we were wrong, 'cause it's still going strong. 10 years upon the timer.
There's the real logo. You see, Aidan gets a lyric credit right there. He wrote one line. Okay, no, he was throwing suggestions out for stuff we should remember to include, so that's really why. Yeah.
So S-tier, one of the best like parodies. S-tier. I don't care what Aidan says. S-tier.
Okay, but whereabouts in S tier?
You know what? You pick.
Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking I mean, honestly, it might have Rebel Spell be. I don't know, because again, Rebel Spell very simple by comparison. But the amount like definitely to like pull that together, the fact like everything fit, the rhyming as well. You make sure like your stuff was included in like a specific way. Yeah, I mean, part of it was obviously like the fact that the material was there in the first place. But yeah, I mean, again, not to do my own horn too much, but that one particularly, I feel like was one of the biggest like challenges and one of the biggest like demonstrations of what can be done, what I can do with like a parody basically, and what Aidan can do as well. So yeah, I think this is definitely sorry, Ivan.
Oh.
Move. There you go.
Here we go.
You've been dethroned, but you're still better than the other ambitious video I did. But better than the musical one by by certain definitions. So yeah,
that's fair.
All right then, which leads us to the final song, I suppose. Not necessarily like the biggest like highlight to end. Yeah, apparently it is. So here we go. Let's hear it now.
I knew it was the day of the wind! I knew it! I was like, why?
So this one is based on the on Life of My Royal Guard Boyfriend movie that Aidan and I reviewed I think like a week ago or something by now. Because another Aphmau movie. Not sure, because we're thinking like, oh, should we tackle like Diaries Gareth? That's a big like ask, especially like at this time, because again, Gacha Fest, everything else happening. Let's do Royal Guard Gareth that has like one thing, and I think we happened to be like at the time we just made like a review, we discussed the idea of like, oh yes, I should do a parody of Crush 40 someday. And that day came like 3 days later.
Oh.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
That's right, I'm doing the smooth Gareth voice because of course it's a Royal Guard one, so you have to. Good luck, kid, have you?
I hate you.
Hey y'all, darkness threatens our quaint town. For now, we must narrow our suspects down. Aphmau will steer us right as things go wrong. Twixt us, I swear nothing's going on. Much like Pierce, I'm fierce, but also have my charm. I'm akin to him in minimizing harm. To Aphmau, I vow, each and every time that things get tough, I'll grow to be enough. Okay, so just to address some things, because of course, again, the voice is another situation like with the Crabzane video, where like the voice being a different pitch to the original song can be to its detriment. With Crush 40 particularly, that was almost going to be like, that almost like destroyed like the idea. Because again, like all of that their stuff, they always like belt out everything.
That's true.
But yeah. But the thing, so I actually found out that if I just duplicate my own tracks, I can amplify myself without peaking. I found that out while I was like editing this song, so that's why I'm as audible as I am here. Or did I do the same thing for the harmonies? I'm not sure. That's the other thing as well, is that with some Crush 40 songs, you have to listen like very intently, like hear the harmonies specifically. Like you can tell that they're there, but like what specifically someone's doing in the background was a difficult thing, and converting that to the Gareth voice as well. That was the part of me that was like that was like slightly awkward, was the but also have my charm, like also have my charm, but yeah, close enough.
And I'll prove my worth to my lord, thrashing as my eyes reflect the fear that I hide with my hell.
So Aidan and I don't get to like communicate about like the music video specifically, because usually by the time that I send in the recorded version, it's usually the end of the month and there's no time to go back. If we had, I would have said that the part where he like actually like the original song, like it says like slashing at that point, but I thought it was like too on the nose, so I did like thrashing instead. Same idea basically. There was a part where like Garth does like slash or thrash at Aphmau, And then afterwards, there's a part where like his eyes actually do go back to normal in like in an extreme close up. That's what I was hoping would actually happen there, but yeah.
By your side, I shall stand. I'll protect you and your land, my new home. I'm a knight of the realm. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey y'all, watch how fast I pitch a tent.
And of course, I, had to mention how fast they put these together because they really shouldn't have. With all the movies, gotta poke fun at something.
I hope no one misreads my intent. Through the woods and the lake, I'd search until I ache.
Oh yeah, in the song in the document, I actually like underlined the parts that I knew had like harmonies as I listened to the original. And actually, this part like changes. They don't have one like here where they did like the first one, and like I think like the woods one also has like a slight harmony too. So they just change it up.
My resolve,
make it more difficult for me.
is strong, and it shall never break.
Oh yeah, it shall never break. That's a different thing to what they did last time.
Cast out, self-doubt, each and every time.
I guess you could call it a salted butter moment. Honestly, if one of the salted butter moments, go back to the musical video, because that one particularly was salty. Yeah. Suddenly this vid gets somewhat boring. No one ate.
For my life's only mine, and I'll prove my worth to my lord, thrashing as my eyes.
Oh yeah, another thing as well. The in the Dante song, I don't know when I did that. Was that like 2020? Actually, I think did a Dante song. Yeah, in a Dante song, the first time I did that was like, Dante's got the greatest groove and the biggest drive to play. And then like the second time, and then every other time after that was, Dante's got the greatest groove. Like I added that at the second verse. That's why there's the thrashing there as well. Another reason why I picked that word.
Reflect the fear that I hide with my helm. By your side, I shall stand. I'll protect you and your land, my new home. I'm the knight of the realm.
That's another thing, by the way. But one of my proudest rhymes in the whole year, actually. Hide with my helm, Knight of the Realm.
Ah, yeah.
A knight of the realm. I'm a knight of the realm. Ocassis was the obvious source of our darkest hour. Diverging from my father's cause, before him I shan't cower.
Long instrumental!
Oh, I love the guitar solo. Ah!
I just have you come into the guitar solo next time. Oh, it was a year after the same one. I was on a Keston hype train, apparently.
Whoa,
I haven't done an Eric song yet. Yeah, that here. That's moments. That crash there. Yes. And this shot for the eyes.
Much like Pierce, I'm fierce, but also have my charm. I'm akin to kin.
Then you can't mess them up.
Harm to Aphmau, I vow. Each and every time that things get hard, I'll grow to be enough, and I'll prove my worth to my lord, thrashing as my eyes reflect the fear that I hide with my helm.
There you go, thank you.
By your side I stand, I'll protect you and your land, my new home. I'm a knight of the realm, a knight of the realm.
And he just...
There you go. Yeah, just thieves. Off it goes. Yep.
Down in the hole. Sorry, I had to laugh a little bit at that part.
All right then.
Oh.
So the final question. Yeah, now you've heard it.
I have to say, this is one of your better ones for sure. Actually, I really enjoyed it. Like, yeah, it's like, oh, but I feel like I'm
Yeah.
being biased though because
I
I'm a
think-
Crush
yeah,
Party fan.
Yeah, possibly, but also, I feel like I was probably a bit harsh on it when I said before that it wasn't like the highlight or the way like or best way to like end off because it was coming off of the hype of the 10 years one. But yeah,
True.
honestly, just on its own, yeah, I also think it's one of the stronger
Ooh.
ones.
Oh, I think it should be around like at least A tier. I think at least.
I'm probably gonna say A tier again. Probably above Plush.
Yeah.
Maybe also above Kim.
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
Okay. Is it above Zach though? Probably. I don't know. Maybe not actually. Zach was like. I mean, I think I already put that one.
At least tie with it, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, sure. All right, yeah, that's fair. You know, I think where one of them has strength, the other one has weaknesses, and vice versa. So yeah, I think that's probably it. And yeah, there we go. I think I'm supposed to like take a picture or something. Oh, that's right. I can download it. I will do that after the stream itself. I just realized I could like shift this ad the whole time, and I did not realize that I was scrolling too far down. So yeah, behold the list. Even the headbombing slightly matches up with the song. Yes, that's true. One thing you don't get in other Minecraft parodies, the typical parodies like about Minecraft itself. Yeah. Let's do a tier list of my songs. Yeah, do it. Go for it. I mean, these ones happen to be just the ones that I've like made this year, but yeah, I mean, I could potentially do more of these for like other ones from bygone eras potentially, and see how they all stack up. I did think at one point of doing like a top 10 or a top 15 Jacob songs. That was like 2 years ago, so none of these would have even been conceived at the time, except for maybe Spectre and Vessel.
I just had a dumb idea in my head right now talking about songs and parodies.
Yeah.
So you know that song Soda Pop?
I do know it, yes. Very
Some
much so.
So for some reason, I just can see. I don't know why. I don't like the full lyrics or anything like that, but I can hear me going da 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 da. My little Sonic Pop. I don't know why.
I mean, what? Okay. Once you make the Sonic Pops, then you can do it as a tie-in song to that. Yes.
Yeah, I know. It's just like I had this idea, but the Sonic Box hasn't come out yet, which it will probably come out soon.
Majesty's employed ya, but I will destroy ya. Bye bye Sonic Pops. Bye bye Sonic Pops. There you go. Done. Sorted. Easy.
Oh God.
So yeah, I was also gonna say, because Aidan and I were talking about as we were like planning this stream, we were also saying that this year I'm not gonna do an Aphmau song every single month. I might do one for like January, but then then I'm gonna be done with Aphmau for a bit, not just because of of just like having burnt out that source like so much faster than I would have done naturally if I just kept to like the couple of times a year that I used to. But also because I came up with like a lot of other songs during the process of like doing this project anyway that were for like other source materials. I had like one for Code Lyoko I mentioned earlier briefly. There's another 80s one. There's another one I thought of as well that I came up with while I was watching Sonic Prime actually. You know the song the song like New York. I think it's like Jay-Z and Alicia Keys that do it. I think that's right.
I think it's been a while, but I think so. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. That one.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I know.
Yes. I was thinking of doing a song like that, collabing with you, but instead of New York, it's obviously New York because it's Sonic Prime.
Well, if you ever need me, you know where to find me.
Yeah. If you ever need me, you know where to find me. That technically works in the meter.
Oh my god, no!
It's not most of the time I come with like rhymes randomly, not like the meter itself is like matches up. That's a first, I think. All right. Well, I think that's probably a good sign that we've done enough song content for right now. So
Hit you with a
oh,
chaos
yeah.
blast.
Maybe like Team Blast, so it like fits. But yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, I think I think we're good for now.
Yeah, please, end.
Yeah, please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters, and subscribe if you've done so already. And on that note, until next time, farewell.
Brayden, caca.